Thank you, J. Cole, for that intro. My goodness. Welcome to Marketing Monday. Good to see you. How did everybody enjoy that amazing Kid Rock? Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Good to see you. Wait, let me get my camera on. Boom! And we had a timer back. The timer's back, bro. Fake timer, but it's a real number. Good to see you. Thank you, Arcuate Quiver. I think you spelled accurate wrong. For the 11 months. Brother Cousin, thank you for the 4. Jab Nene, thank you for the 11 months. Your buddy Lukey, thank you for the 64. 64. Sheesh kabish. Let me make sure that my giant forehead does not cut off at the top of the shot so that it looks like I have absolutely zero hair. There we go. Good to see you. Let me make sure that the air is on so that I don't melt. And now, what's up? All right, Chef Boy RZ, they have the 10 months. Never watching another woke Super Bowl halftime show ever again. Okay. You sound just like Ludwig in his private texts. Live free for life, thank you for the 12 months. Luck Dill, thank you for the 45 months. Awesome. Bob Lob, thank you for the 20 months. Good to see you. We're going to be reviewing all of the Super Bowl 60 ads today. Should be a fun time, though it was... I wouldn't say it was the greatest crop of ads I've ever seen. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of interesting things to say, but I would not say it's the greatest crop of ads that I've ever seen. Let's get this timer started. Let's get this timer going. We'll get that. Anyway, thank you for the subs. Awesome Muffin Live, thank you for the 37 months. Did you see that Riot killed 2XKO because you didn't play? I did see this. It wasn't, they didn't say it was because I didn't play it. just to be clear, that had nothing to do with me. But I did actually see that the game is basically already kind of dead. Am I crazy? Like, I don't even know if it launched yet. Like, they kept talking. You know what? I got to say something about that game. And this is no disrespect. I think they've got a passionate team. I know somebody who works in the marketing for that game. I think that guy's an awesome guy. But I think as a team, they seemed like scared to ever pull the trigger on release. Do you know what I'm saying? It seemed like they did like a beta, then an early launch, then an early launch beta, it was like they were constantly like teasing it out. So you never felt like, and I think that killed the hype cycle. I think you gotta run it, bro. You gotta run it. You've never heard of it? It was this game, 2XKO. It was the Riot fighting game. It had like cool art, and you'd think with the League IP, I mean, I guess it's not 100% dead, but today they announced they're like laying off half the staff, and the game just came out. If it came out at all, it just came out. So, yeah, I don't know. And it's been in dev for so long. Came out 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks after launch, bro. That's crazy. Anyway, I thought the art style was cool. It wasn't for me because I don't like 2v2. I don't like this kind of fighter. This is for super hardcore fighting game people, but and I don't even know if it was good or not. I don't know what the reviews were. Maybe it was good. I didn't hear anybody super hate it, but it just didn't click. It didn't hit, bro. Layoffs after a major release and like a normal AAA release. I wouldn't say it's normal. Maybe as of like post-COVID because they haven't done that well. But for a live service game, it's not supposed to happen like this unless the game's not doing well. A live service game, they should keep the team because they're supposed to. But this one didn't hit. Sweeter side, they have the 7 months. Dov Rob, thank you for the gifted. Suffy, thank you for the prime. Depressed 49ers fan clocking into marketing Monday to ease the pain. Listen, I'm not a football guy. I'll never pretend to be. But even as a Niners fan, you got to be happy the Patriots lost, right? Like, can't you just take that? Can't you take that fucking solace? Cosmic Timer, no, it's a real timer. Hawks and Niners, huge rivalry. I see. So your most hated team won. Still though. I feel like it would have been kind of gross if the Patriots won this year. I feel like it would have set the world off in a wrong direction. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like it would have been a bad sign. It would have been bad for the world. I saw that guy. There was a mattress guy, not the MyPillow guy, but he was like a Trump guy, and he owns a bunch of mattress stores, and he made like a $2 million bet on the Patriots, and he was doing a thing where if the Patriots won, he would refund all your mattress purchases or something, and I'm just like so glad that guy flopped. I'm just so glad, dude. That didn't fucking. People should. It's also promoting gambling in a massive way. I'm putting 2 million on. I don't like it. Hey, Big A, have you talked about what went on in Australia yesterday? Oh, with the kangaroos? No, I didn't cover that. I'm kidding. I have no idea what you're talking about. What happened in Australia yesterday? I just took a gamble. I took a risk. Drake lost $1 million. Oh, well, now I feel terrible. Oh, Drake bet $1 million on the Patriots? Well, he's a guy that should have won. Now I feel terrible. I wish they'd won so that Drake could have got $1 million. Not Drake, dude. Not Drake gambling. I'll say this as someone who, listen, I'm not going to be a fucking Puritan about it. Occasionally I'll make a bet on something with friends. I'm anti-sports gambling as like a addictive part of your phone, but I don't think it's like as a human being betting a small amount of money, it's fun to do with friends. That being said, when I was thinking about doing a bet with friends on the Super Bowl, I looked up the odds and it was astronomical for the Seahawks. And again, I don't know football, but I was like, damn, couldn't you just bet the Pats? Isn't it close? Like, these are two great teams, right? It's got to be 50-50. But then when you watch the game, you're like, damn, I guess they were right. Yeah, I was like, how much better could one 16-3 team be better than a 17-3 team? Like, they can't be that different, but they were that different, bro. They were. My goodness. It looked like varsity versus JV, bro. It looked like just a cut above. Kitsune Nico, thank you for the gifties. Pats frauded the entire season. It was pretty incredible. That's insane. It doesn't even make sense to fraud an entire season. I don't even know how that. Football never makes sense to me because everything's best of one. And it's like, what the hell does that? How do you learn anything with best of one, 17 games a season or whatever? It's not like anything could happen, bro. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm so basketball pilled, but I'm like, I think baseball does too many. I think the NFL does too few. And I think right in the middle, bro. I think basketball is right in the middle. Or hockey, I guess. Hey, thank you, Snowy LH, for the prime. Kid Rock is just an easier way to say Epstein's Island if you think about it. You're right. I mean, when you're right, you're right. It's kind of a shortcut. Toaster Manual, they have the 22 months. You literally described wanting hockey except the puck into your life. I said I don't like too many games. I don't like too few. And you said, oh, you're going to love hockey. There's no other thing I could like. I'm guaranteed to be a hockey lover based on that. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. Dude, the problem with hockey, at the end of the day, it's just too Canadian. It's just too Canadian, bro. That's the problem. It's just so damn Canadian. I feel like it's like mousse and syrup and maple leaves, and a Canadian team hasn't won in 20 years. And that's the power of their aura. You know what I'm saying? Not winning in 20 years, yet still being branded as the undisputed hockey country. Yeah, you gotta give credit to the fucking aura. We win when it matters. Hey, Atrioc, do you think we'll ever find another house-like show? Ooh, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I do know we're going to watch Community Season 6 once the movie ever comes out. That's for sure. But I don't know anything else. But today we're watching commercials after the end of this timer. I'm not really... I think Smallville high-key got boring. Maybe I'll run one time, try it again. But I think it high-key got repetitive. Twitch ad was so bad with the payment. Oh, sorry. C4 Rhythm, thank you for the Prime. Call me Mr. Mouse, thank you for the 55 months. Ron Levitt, thank you for the 30. Basketball's Canadian. Shout out to Naismith, dude. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And also, fucking Shea. It's like the best, second best player. Best or second best? You know, you can toss it up. Canada's on a sporting run. USA getting cooked by the world in the All-Star game. Oh, if you guys don't know basketball, they're about to have this All-Star game with like a USA v World show match where it's like the best players from America from the best players of the world. Dude, it's so insanely stacked for the world. It's never been this stacked. It feels like USA looks cooked, bro. It's like the 5 best players in the world are all on the world. And then, yeah, it looks like the Monstars, bro. It's tough. Is LeBron playing? I don't know how to tell you this. LeBron James is 41 years old. LeBron is old. He's a legendary. I think he's the greatest basketball player to ever live. But he is old. He's not in his prime. He cannot 1v5. Makes him wise. Yeah. Now, Bronny James could make something happen. I remember you saying Jordan was your GOAT. I don't think I ever said it. People often say, dude, I crash out sometimes. I'll see people, both of whom claim to be fans of my content, arguing about what my opinion is on something, and both of them are quoting things I never said to back up both of their points. This is separate from you talking about Jordan, but I see people just make it up. They actually just in the haze of their brain, like I think Atrioc something like this, and they make it up, and then it's like, bro, I've never said that at all. That's not even close to what. It's crazy. It's actually insane. And no one checks. Like no one, because of course they don't know every video. So it's just, you just throw it out there. It is a problem with the fact that all my videos are like anytime I've ever said, you know, half the things I've said that I'm like proud of or poignant are in a video called like, this is crazy. So you can never find it again. You can't be like, oh, I remember this video, I'm gonna go find it. It's all called like, this is wild and it's me. You know, so there's no sorting system. You can never go back to it. But I'm a LeBron guy at least now. I don't remember ever saying anything about Jordan being the GOAT. Maybe actually, I'll say it's a possibility. Right after I watched the Last Dance documentary, I was probably like, well, I mean, the facts are the facts. The facts are the Jordan's the GOAT. I mean, once you see the Last Dance, dude, if you walk out of a theater watching the Last Dance, they cook your brain the way they frame it. But I'm currently a LeBron GOAT fan. Although I had to watch a clip of Space Jam 2 recently, and I actually think that Space Jam 2 hurts LeBron's GOAT story because Space Jam 1 is so much better. It's so much better. It's so much better that it like it's a big W in Jordan's column. He just outclassed. It's a problem for sure. Space Jam 2 made me realize Space Jam 1 is ass. Your brain is cooked. Space Jam 2 made you realize Space Jam 1 is ass. No, you're wrong. That's childish. That is childish. Netflix is gonna pay $1 billion and give us 80-year-old Jordan versus 60-year-old LeBron. Maybe they'll use that de-aging technology they have in every fucking third Super Bowl commercial. We'll talk about that in a minute. They got de-aging on every fucking old actor. And so we'll have Jordan and LeBron moving like they're 80, but they look like they're 25. It'll be freaky, dude. It'll be freaky. Any comment on Clav getting frame mogged by an ASU frat leader and then getting arrested? I mean, when you come at the GOAT of schools, ASU, you best not miss, is all I'm saying. That's my comment. It's like, you could have predicted this pound for pound. You do this in a different school, fine. But if you go to ASU, where you get frat leaders like that guy or me, do you know what I'm saying? Just like tough Chad types, you're gonna get frame mogged. You're gonna get frame mogged, bro. It's just there's no getting around it, and I hate to. ASU Harvard of the world. True. Honestly, Harvard on the downtrend. I would say Harvard wishes it was the ASU of the Northeast. That's what I think. That's honestly where the world is trending. I mean, in an era where everyone is dumb as shit and even the most elite college education is worthless as toilet paper because we're all getting replaced by AI, the only valuable skill from school is to learn how to frame mog and become a Chad, which ASU is doing in spades. So by the new logic of our society, ASU is the most powerful school on the earth. You know what I'm saying? So forks up. Number one in innovation and in Epstein mentions. True. True on both accounts, unfortunately. Now, it's not like he was like, okay, you know, it's not like Epstein was like, ASU, the school where I learned how to become a pedophile. That's not, it shouldn't be a knock on. If anything, based on the Epstein list, ASU might have been mentioned a lot, but a lot of professors from a lot of very prestigious universities. There wasn't a lot of ASU professors in the Epstein list. There was quite a few like Harvard professors. There was quite a few fucking Cornell professors. I got back-to-back whooshes on my heater today. Hey, Coder Supreme, thank you for the 19 months. Started Big A in college, and I'm now a marketing manager. Thanks, Atrioc. Hey, congrats, bro. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. Congratulations. At least if you enjoy it. Samurai Zebra, thank you for the 45 months. Although, you know. What do you make of Massey threatening to reveal the co-conspirators in House Florida? I mean, just my long story short, I want to talk about this more probably after Super Bowl, maybe tomorrow, but soon, is that Ro Khanna and Thomas Massey are American heroes. Legitimately. I think they are patriots. I think they are American heroes. I think they are doing a really good thing. I'm deeply impressed with their bipartisan friendship, collaboration, putting aside differences to focus on a really important thing. We would not have what we have released without them. They are going against an enormous amount of pressure. And yeah, I'm legitimately deeply supportive of what they're doing. I think they're finding ways of keeping this story in the public eye and keeping their forward motion. And they're talking to the victims, and it's good. And we would not have what we have without them. Hey, yo, Big A, I got to sell a car. Should I be scared to give it to Carvana? They want to pick up my driver's license. So here's the deal. Quick little TLDR on Carvana. If you as a customer want to sell your car to them, no problem. Go for it. They're not a scam in that they are going to cheat you on the amount of money you get. They are a scam in that they are fudging the numbers and doing a lot of subprime auto loans. They are actually overpaying for cars. So you as a customer can abuse them all you want. You can fleece them. But if you invest in Carvana, you are investing in a scam that will eventually come to light, and it's a house of cards. They are not a profitable business, despite their numbers looking profitable. So yeah, feel free to sell your car to them. Feel free. Every car you sell to them at an overpriced amount just builds up the number till we can fucking get the truth. I sold a 2005 Prius with its cat converter stolen to them for $1,500. It was worth a third of that. Exactly. No, exactly, dude. A lot of people with absolute dog shit cars are finding that Carvana is paying way more than everyone else. And you can scam them because their goal is to just get deal flow because they know how to massage the numbers in the back end to hide all the bad parts in the debt in a different company. So they just want to get a lot of cars coming in so they can be like, look at our growth. But the truth is that they're not profitable. It doesn't make sense. I'll go into it. I got a video. I'm going to do. So if you want to sell them something, feel free, bro. My dad runs a car dealership and he says they just can't compete. If a customer comes in with a Carvana quote, he just tells them to take it. Bro, DM me. I would love to hear more about this. I've heard this from a lot of people because I've been researching this and I'm very Carvana pilled. If you want to send me a DM, tell me your Discord name or whatever. I would love to hear more. I'd love to hear more. This is something I'm very passionate about, honestly. Anyway, you're not a bad looking guy. I appreciate you, Atrioc. So much to break down here. First of all, why caveat that you appreciate me with that I'm not a bad looking guy? Why would that even be a thing? My appearance shouldn't matter whether or not you appreciate me and my content. That's the first part that doesn't make any sense. Secondly, it's a little insulting, right? To be like, you're not. Because it implies that you're like fighting against a sea of the trend being how bad looking I am. And you want to just, dude, you know what? Everyone at the Mogul office has been making fat jokes on me because of the yard. And I go there to work out. And then there's a guy, Cam. You might know if you watch a lot of Logan stuff, Cam. Cam, I see him for the first time in a while because he's been we are on the same schedule. Cam goes, bro, you're looking trim. the way everybody's been talking, I thought you were, and I was like, bro, what you're saying is more insulting. That was like yesterday, bro. He was like, whoa. And it's like, bro, it's insane, dude. It's insane. Anyway, whatever. I'm working on it. Dude, after Super Bowl, so I watched the first 3/4 of the Super Bowl with Ari, friends, family. It was all Latino. It was an all Latino party and me. I watched the first 3/4. Then I was like, this game is absolute dog shit. And I'm bored. So I wanted to see the Bad Bunny with them. After that, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go work out. So I went to Mogul to work out. There was people there watching the game. So I watched the last fourth of the game with Mogul people, everyone there. And then I worked out. That was pretty late. That's pretty, that's consistency, bro. Anyway, I need to send this to myself because it's important for the presentation. I got an important picture of Shake Drizzle during one part of the Super Bowl. Yes, perfect. Send this to myself. How do I do that? Should be easy. I'll go to Discord. I'll go to my message with myself, which I call the slop trough. Send the slop trough image to myself. And then I open up the slop trough. Yup. This is a banger. And then I send the Shake Drizzle image to myself. PogCham. And there you have it. Boom. Pog champion. Wait. Okay, perfect. Hey, Truck, were you one of the Bushes at Bad Bunny Super Bowl show? No, I was not. However, one of my, I won't say my absolute favorite, but definitely one of my, I don't know, top LA taco places. Can I share? This is a good test for if this works. Via's Tacos was handpicked by Bad Bunny to be in the Super Bowl. And I like Via's Tacos. And I thought that was really cool. This is like a East LA classic staple. They have incredible blue corn tortillas. And it was cool they got handpicked and they were super stoked about it. So I thought that was pretty sick because I've been there quite a few times. Chaos Carson, thank you for the 43 months. Thank you for the 43. I've almost subbed as many months as there's been US presidents for real, for real. Thank you for that super incredible, insightful message. There's so much to take away from that. That's a really thoughtful thing to say. Yep, for sure. All right, 1 second. Let me blow my nose. And then we're almost 4 minutes. Tell the timer. Oh, no, it's not Coke. Just breathing through the nose. Malcolm Down, think of the 2 months. Would you ever consider playing GeoGuessr? I feel like you'd be good at it. No, I don't think I would. Honestly, I think I have played it and I'm not very good at it. I'm not very interested in playing. I play Stockle. That's the only one I really like. Did you translate the Spanish lyrics for her family? Yeah. Yes. I told my wife's Latino family, let me explain Bad Bunny to you. Let a white boy speak a little Spanish. And I started walking them through what it means and like the message he was trying to send. Which halftime show did you prefer? Can you imagine? I'm the only white guy in an entire room of Latinos, and I'm like, all right, well, halftime time, and I switch over. will say, probably don't want to put this in the video, so I'll just tell you guys. Man, dude, some of Ari's cousins, younger guys, gambling fiends, bro. Gambling fiends, bro. They got their phones out and they are gambling. Shit is a problem. This is problematic. You see it. You see it firsthand, bro. It's bad. I mean, you know it's bad, but it's bad. It's not like it's huge amounts or anything, but it's just like the prop bets and it's ridiculous. Coworker's brother put 20K on the Seahawks. Dude, it's funny. It's based on the odds. He made like 8 cents. I'm not kidding, but like, it's crazy. Like the risk is at, like if the Patriots had one, people would have been bankrupt because everyone bet on the Seahawks. Remember that anti-gambling Singaporean ad where they really fucked up because they picked the winning team? No, I don't know what that is. 30 seconds? Oh, we got to give me one more minute, bro. You got to give me. We're just hitting a stride. I got to jump into a full presentation right away. We're hitting a stride. Give me like 2 minutes. Come on, at least, bro. The vibes are so good. You want me to jump right into a presentation right away? Wait, let me make sure I did actually do all the work today, by the way. I don't know if you guys want to clap a streamer on the back and say thank you, good job. You know, in the world of real work, this is nothing, but in the world of streamers, this is like the most work anyone's ever done. I got screenshots of every single Super Bowl ad, and I put them on a tier list in order of when they aired during the game so that we can go in order. And then I got all the videos. That's a pain in the ass. And I did that myself. There's like 3 other streamers in the world that would do that. There's 98% of real people would do that, but there's like 3 other streamers in the world that would do that. Okay. All right. And I got it by quarter. So I have all the commercials from the first quarter, all the ones from the second quarter, all the halftime, all the third, all the fourth. So we're going to watch them in order as they aired and then rate them. And I cut out the duplicates. You know, I got it all fucking ready, bro. That's what I'm saying. I got it all ready. Will there be a test at the end? No, but I want to hear your opinions live. Has Jay-Z and the NFL contacted you to do a Marketing Monday live at the Super Bowl halftime show? The only thing more controversial than this year. That would, dude, imagine the halftime show, and I'm just like, so let's talk about product placement. It could be 2 more minutes, bro. We're on a kick here. Can we have a separate chat where the smart chatters can share their opinions? I don't know how to break it to you guys. This already exists and none of you are in it. There's an Elysium, and whenever I check it, the thoughts are incredible. And then this one's like glizzy, 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 coffee cow, moo. The Elysium, it's incredible, dude. Now you guys know it's not on Discord. You guys don't know where it is. It's truly it's like a Socratic seminar, honestly. I look in there and I'm blown away by the thought. LOL Glizinga. Oh wait, that's in both. That's in both chats. I can see both. That's just a good chat. That's just an intelligent chat. You know what I'm saying? It's when it's used. My friend says Bill Gates is innocent because he has $100 billion. from Poopin' Pajama. This is the average American voter, I feel like. I feel like you've just summed up the state of our society. I do feel like a little bit. We're going to get to the Super Bowl ads. Maybe I'll say this then. I will say this then, but I'll say it for you now. Some of these ads made me think I'm living in idiocracy. Some of these ads made me look around and be like, whoa, I feel like society is decayed. Like, not even obviously we're going to talk about what the ad content was, but I mean, just some of the ads, I'm like, damn, bro, we're stupid as a, that's what I felt like, but hey, I'm moving to NYC on Friday. Start my first post-college job as a designer at an ad agency. A lot of factors pushed me into ad, but content was definitely a part of it. So thanks for all the inspo over the years. Hey, Gabe, awesome to hear. Congrats. It is cool seeing people that are like 19, 20, 30-month subs, some of them going into marketing and finding success and finding jobs. It's not easy to find a job in marketing right now. So the fact that you did it is awesome. Big respect. W. I think one thing we know is that the world needs more marketers than anything else. It's kind of the one thing missing from our society. Oh, actually, honestly, what the world needs is some good marketers. So I was joking, but I'm actually being serious. If you have an ounce of creativity or talent or passion, you are already in the top 1% in the marketing industry. Most people in marketing, I'll be fucking for real. Most people in marketing, give me a little bit one more time, just a tiny bit. This last one. Last extendo. Most people in marketing are people that, a lot of people in the creative side of marketing are people that failed in whatever creative endeavor they wanted to do and had to make money. I'm being just real, dude. A lot of people in the creative side of marketing are people that like wanted to be, I don't know, a musician, writer, well, whatever. They didn't do it. And then they go into marketing and then they don't care about, I'm not saying as, for your soul, you need to care about it, but look, if you are a marketer and you're assigned to sell soap or something, if you're doing an ad for a soap company, then you need to make an ad for the soap. Don't just make a 45-second short film that you wanted to make and then put a soap logo at the end. You have to, I hate it. It's the worst part of these people that are like, they're just using the money from the company to try and live out their fucking dream and make a completely unrelated thing, and it wastes everyone's time. They're just award baiting. It's the easiest thing to beat, dude. If you had to host the Super Bowl halftime show, what would it consist of? If I had to host the Super Bowl halftime show, there's no way that goes well no matter what. I don't have the clout. I guess I would bring out Kid Rock, I guess, if I had to do it perfectly. I guess what I would do is probably like, you got to play the fan favorites. You know what I'm saying? So what I would do is I would go out there and then I would look around at all the crowd. I would hold up a single banana and a single balloon. And then I would let the balloon go. And then waves of balloons would come out. And then we would do a live pop-a-thon where a bunch of like monkeys are throwing we have to train them. And they would throw darts at balloons. And then we would have the ACLU band come out and play the pop-a-thon songs. I think that would be my Super Bowl halftime. And I feel like everyone would get it. And then over that, do the entire Black Thought 10-minute freestyle rap, and I don't skip any words. Controversial. Yes. This would be quite a performance. Trump would cry at the sight. I think this would be a force for change. be like MJ and just stand there for a minute? Did MJ do that? True white boy dream to rap in front of people and it not being cringe. You think this wouldn't be cringe? You think if I rapped Black Thought's 10-minute freestyle at the Super Bowl halftime in front of a Pop-a-thon thing, it would not be cringe? And then I would end with Wakanda Forever. I would end with a Wakanda Forever, and I think I would heal this nation. Honestly, I think I would heal this nation. I'm not even kidding. Okay. Am I ready for this? Yes, I think so. I think so, folks. I think so. Text gone. Have you been to the Olympics this year? Okay, quick answer this question. Can I just say, it feels like the Olympics aren't even happening. The era of social media has ruined collective consciousness. What the fuck is going on? You have to like be in a micro niche of the internet to be into it. Otherwise, it doesn't have any like global. It's annoying. Winter Olympics are boring, but this is not normal. This is not even the same as 4 years ago, let alone 8 years ago, let alone when I was growing up. Like Winter Olympics, it used to just be pervasive. It would feel like it was going on and people talked about it. Now it feels like so isolated to if you care about it or not. Like our algorithms are too good. And I think part of it is that shit's too tough to watch now. It's the piracy thing. It's everything, bro. I swear to God, we are killing the cultural power of live sports by locking them behind. Dude, I heard, this could be wrong, but I heard for some events in this Winter Olympics, you had to buy a subscription to get access to another subscription. It was 2 subscriptions deep to get some of these. Of course, no one's fucking watching it, dude. That was MLB. I'm sorry, that was MLB. That was MLB. You're right, that's MLB. But that's my general idea, okay? That's what I'm saying. It's insane. You have to, it was MLB, you're right. Because you have to buy the ESPN premium sub to be able to buy the MLB sub to watch. That's fucked up. It's cursed. They're just blowing their cultural lead. And I think everyone's just assuming the world's going to end in 20 years. So they're just banking all their money on current elder millennials and younger Gen X while they're in their earning years. And that's it. That's it. They're not even bothering with Gen Z and younger. They just assume it's going to be over. It's crazy. Gen Z isn't even getting marketed in the Super Bowl? Not really, no. All right, we'll talk about it. Okay, wait. Ladies and gentlemen, we haven't done this in a long time. So if you don't remember, let me refresh your memory. But first, let me just make sure I have everything ready so I'm not fucking goofing around. Okay, so I'm not goofing and gaffing once we get started. Okay. I have this and this and this and this, and I have all the ads. I have all the ads. I don't need that. I don't need the Riot Games. I don't need that. I don't need this video making fun of Trump that I was going to look at earlier. Sorry, let me just, I don't need this video on how to drive to the basket in basketball. Because my drives got stuffed on Sunday, or on Saturday, so I tried to look it up. Okay, I got this. Got all the ads. I have the presentation. It's all set up. It's appropriately sized. Oh, tier list. Tier list. Let me just 1 second, folks. 1 second, folks. 1 second, folks. Once we get this tier list, we are in easy street. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is golden. Okay, here. Boom! Okay, perfect. All right, so if you guys haven't watched in a minute, there is one simple thing you have to do for a Marketing Monday. It's so simple, it's so easy. when we play the intro and you see yourself, all you have to do is say, Poggies, me. It's so simple. It's so powerful. It's such a unifying moment, more unifying even than the Super Bowl. And then, without further ado, let's talk about the Super Bowl. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to Marketing Monday, Super Bowl Ads edition, the one day of the year when people actually care about watching marketing. Our favorite day, our national holiday of Marketing Monday. Yesterday was Super Bowl 60. And unfortunately for the football fans, it was kind of a stomping. Seattle Seahawks took it 29-13 over New England Patriots, but I guess the fact the Patriots didn't win caused a lot of people to be happy. So overall, there you go. Real football fans apparently loved the good defense, but the regular fans that I watched it with found it to be really boring. The halftime show, some people loved it. Some people were on their phones watching something else. But either way, the real thing to be watching was the ads, okay? The last bit of cultural moment relevancy for the marketing industry. TV commercials are quickly, not slowly, but quickly dying off as a mass market medium. But because Super Bowl has such wide reach, hits hundreds of, over 150 million people, it's like one of the last few areas where marketers can still get that broad mass appeal reach. And so the slots command quite a big price, and it's still rather important. Now, normally there are like 3 major categories of product that get advertised in the Super Bowl. If you look over past like multiple decades of Super Bowl, there's 3 major categories that stand out. They're more likely to appear at football games. Beer is the big one. Beer ads, truck ads, sometimes beer truck ads, burgers, beer truck burgers. And by burgers, I kind of mean fast food and fast moving consumer goods like potato chips as well. But that beer trucks, burgers. These are like the classic all-American football Super Bowl ads. This year was different. This year, instead of beer truck burgers, we had AI, GLP-1, and sports betting. That was our big 3. Big pharma, sports gambling, and a whole lot of AI. In fact, if you do the numbers, something like 24%, basically 1 in 4 ads was AI related this year. An absolutely dominant number. Pretty insane. If you combine this plus GLP-1 plus sports betting, it's like half of all the ads you saw. It is a sign of the times, folks. These are the industries that are actually making money. Again, it makes sense. If you look at the top companies in the world, it's like all AI, unless Saudi Aramco wants to buy a slot. It's all AI and then GLP-1, bro. That's where the money is. This is where the not making money. I'm sorry, spending money. No one say making. Big tech is spending $650 billion this year. So even though this was the most expensive Super Bowl ever, with $8 million for a 30-second slot, some slots going up to $10 million at the primetime spot, which, by the way, is roughly $300,000 a second. For almost any company, that's an exorbitant expense. But for a company that's about to spend $200 billion a year on data centers, it's a rounding error. So of course AI is throwing their money into the ring. So that's the context we find ourselves in. Now, people have pointed out AI, health, and of course sports gambling dominated this year's ads. But I want to talk a little bit about each one. So first of all, AI, 24%, massive spend, of course. GLP-1s. This has been a rising, profitable industry for the pharma industry. Profitable service for the pharma industry. They are seeing huge potential with the pill form of these injections and finding a way to compete for the mass market appeal. They already are used by something like 11% of Americans, some massive number, and rising. This is a huge part of future pharma industry profits. And then finally, sports gambling. Now, we've talked about this a million times. Thank God it was only sports gambling. They didn't yet have prediction markets hit this Super Bowl. That being said, prediction markets were filled to the brim with insider trading. Many accounts popped up right before the Super Bowl, traded perfectly on every single thing you would know if you worked on the Super Bowl, and made out with 50 racks plus, dude. Shocker. But this is just regular run-of-the-mill sports betting, which I'm sure has no other ill effects. So those are the big three. But here's the context going in, okay? Do you guys remember 2022? It was the Crypto Bowl. That was the last year a tech, like again, tech having 24%. The last time a tech industry had this large a share of Super Bowl ads was 2022 when it was all crypto. It was Fortune Favors the Brave with Matt Damon and Larry David FTX, which go out of business, and the Coinbase QR code ad. Yeah, simpler times. So, I mean, you know, there's two examples here. There's the crypto one, and then the last time before that was 2000, during the height of the dot-com bubble. So, I mean, look, the Super Bowl in the past has been an indicator of like irrational exuberance, of drastic overspending, of some area of some tech area being so overinvested that it comes down. We don't know with AI what inning we're in, but it is an interesting analog. Again, 17 of the 36 of the dot-com bowl, they called it. They called this one the AI bowl, and this one was the crypto bowl. The other thing you need to know going into this Super Bowl is that in 2023, ever since the Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light thing where they gave her a custom can, then Kid Rock shot Bud Light and had a boycott, and then they backtracked and got Shane Gillis. And ever since that, Super Bowl advertisers have been playing it incredibly safe. The past few years have been so, I mean, it's always been a little bland, a little safe, right? It's mass market, but they have been impossibly safe because they are so afraid of pissing off anyone. And so one of the best ways to do that is one of the big trends that have been hitting in for the past few years of Super Bowl is to use more celebrities, okay? Basically, since the beginning of the Trump era, celebrity-based ads have taken off dramatically, okay? We are in I think this year, 70% of ads feature a celebrity, 30% don't. So it's a real celebrity slop, GLP-1, AI gambling-based stew that we're getting. All of these trends are converging into what I think was a pretty toxic mess of a year ads-wise. There are some gems we'll talk about, and there are some huge stinkers, but in general, the average ad was like a product that kind of makes you feel bad to be advertised with a celebrity in it. Okay? I even saw this article from BuzzFeed's 30 celebrity-filled Super Bowl 60 ads that were too damn notable not to point out. Do you not see the irony in that? If there's 30 of them, it's not that notable. It's not that easy to point out. So there's only 60 ads we're showing. The last major trend, again, some of these happened in the previous years, but they're all converging this year. The last major trend going in the Super Bowl is the rise in purchasing power and importance of kind of this cohort. Basically, ages 31 to 50, but especially 31 to 40. I would say it's the younger Gen X and older millennials. This group has become increasingly like the main focus of the advertiser's arrow. This is the bullseye. And so you're seeing, especially when they try to play it safe, a lot of nostalgia slop aimed squarely at this bucket. And that means you are going to see a lot of things that are like 90s nostalgia slop. That is a big target right now because they are trying to get these people as they enter their prime earning years. I wouldn't be surprised next year we start seeing like Harry Potter. That's what we're in. So again, if you are not a fan of AI GLP-1 sports gambling and 90s slop, this is going to be a nightmare blunt rotation of Super Bowl ads for you. But that's what we're diving into. That's the job. That's the task we've been set with. As collective marketers, we have to look at these ads. We have to analyze, did any of them do the job? And so to do that, we have to go back to our patented Marketing Monday Super Bowl ad review system that I developed when I first started doing these back in like 2019, when I was working in marketing at NVIDIA, okay? It's very simple. You don't need to overcomplicate it. There are 5 categories and really only 4. There's actually good. This should be super rare. There should be like 3 to 5 ads max in all of them. Actually good is an ad that really has a real takeaway. You have some real brand positivity. People walk away wanting to purchase the product. Boring positive and boring negative should contain like 90% of all marketing in general, but especially ads in the Super Bowl. Most marketing is boring positive or boring negative, but mostly forgettable. Only a few campaigns really stand out. Then there's actually bad. This is an ad that is truly hurting purchase intent or sending a bad negative signal about your brand. And then finally, we have the what the fuck for stuff we can't categorize or is so bad you should get somebody fired. Okay? These are the 5 categories. It doesn't need to be more complicated than that. We're going to use that to analyze this and try to break it down. I've broken them down, much like the game, by quarter. So we're going to watch them as they air during the Super Bowl, and we'll go through the game in real time. Okay? And I think, unless you have any questions, I think we should jump right into it. Bro. We got a lot of ads to get through. Here is our full... Here is our full, beautiful tier list featuring all the ads in order. And I think we're going to start with the very first ad aired in the first quarter. State Farm, stop living on a prayer. Here it is.
So you guys are just like State Farm, right?
We barely cover boats by the dock.
Why barely?
You get what you pay for. Our bike coverage leaves out a lot.
I don't have a bike.
Can we just get some momentum on the song? Oh, I'm going. There's damage to your home on this block. Whoa. We won't make things right, cause filing a claim is tough.
Can't I just do it in an app or call an agent?
No luck. Here comes the best part. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, you're living on a prayer. Oh, my butt cheek.
Should have gone with State Farm.
Need a lift?
Yep.
Stop living on a prayer and get State Farm.
So you're not like State Farm?
Correct. Not at all.
Okay, what'd you think? What did you think? So expensive, but for what? I mean, that's classic celebrity slop, baby. You don't love seeing a celebrity, a different one in every scene change? My honest opinion, boring positive. I think it's boring positive. That's what I think. I think it's boring positive. Again, I think majority of ads like this are, there's a thing, it's in one of these marketing books. They talk about it. For a game like this, you should, when you're writing your ad, consider the 2-beer rule, which is the idea that the average person watching, imagine they're drunk off 2 beers and not really paying attention. Because of that, I think this ad does nothing. It's like almost like shiny toy of celebrity in front of your. Yeah, I don't think it's that effective, but I don't think it's that painful. It's a little bit of 80s nostalgia for the Gen X. Next up, though, we have a category that we all love. And that is gambling. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got... here, I might actually just open all of them so we can just jump into it. There it is. Okay. This is right off the bat, by the way, right at the beginning of the game, which is where they bought the most gambling slots because they know they wanted you to get out your phone and start gambling during the game. We got a DraftKings ad.
Nobody gets the thrill of being live more than us.
So DraftKings trusted us to do this ad
Live from the Super Bowl in Santa Clara.
Tonight, live bet the game on DraftKings to score your share of $5 million in prizes. There's so many live options to bet on, like
Seattle or New England, next TD.
So bet on all the twists and turns, because when you're live, anything can happen.
I get you.
Yeah, a lot.
Boring negative. Boring negative, and a little bit sad that Colin Jost and Michael Che sold out like that. But not terribly bad. Not actually bad. Honestly, the conceit's even a little bit clever, but nothing that special. Next up, we have one for the millennials, bro. Next up, we got one for the millennials.
Sometimes we choose. Sometimes we choose our path. Other times the path chooses us. Through it all, we keep pushing forward, driven by a deeper purpose, guided by an unseen force. The journey never gets any easier. The bond just gets harder to break. This is the way.
Only in theaters and IMAX May 22nd.
Maybe a little heckin' cringe. Decent ad. I saw it work in real life where people thought it was a Clydesdale Bud Light ad, and then when they found out it was Star Wars, they said, "Oh, Star Wars." I saw that work. I saw people react. Would I say it's an actually good ad? No, I don't think so. I think it's boring positive. But I saw it work. I saw it work in real time. The setup, the punchline, it worked. The decent creative. I need to set this up so I can just insta fucking snap to the next thing. There it is. Okay. Mandalorian positive. Next up, we have Instacart. Instacart, again, another celebrity ad. Let's see if they pull it off better. 30-second spot.
Instacart lets you choose your bananas.
get them just how you like.
Instacart lets you choose your bananas.
From green to extra ripe.
Use the app to control your bananas.
What a time to be alive.
I can go believe what a time to be alive.
Sweet, get it.
I'm good. No, we go again.
Not bad. Boring positive. Another one. Listen, we're rating these ads based on the effectiveness for the company. I'm not rating the company. People are like, I don't like Instacart, bad ad. It's not what we're doing. We're not. Otherwise, that would just be me going through different companies. I'm rating it based on other Super Bowl ads versus them, versus the field. Boring positive. Boring positive. The only thing I would knock that one for is it really doesn't show the product in any way. So it's like it got a laugh, but it would really need to show the banana. I almost need a middle ground tier list, but I'll just put it in the bottom of boring positive. Because at the end of the day, the boring tier is like in 1 week, even less. In this day and age, in 24 hours, all these are out of your mind. Everything in this list, like, it doesn't matter. You guys are arguing between this and this. It doesn't matter. It's all out of your mind. It all was kind of a waste of money. All right? You could call it boring neutral if you want, but it's more about if you can get into here and really you want to avoid this to not get fired. Boring is the key word here. All right, next up we got this one. We got the first beer ad, a classic. Finally, we're home, America. A classic beer ad in the Super Bowl. And they bought a full minute, so they paid $16 million for this. USA, baby. Let's see what we got.
Last one down buys the ultras. You're on.
Where's Greg?
Coming. Who needs a credit card when you got a Greg?
Tired of always buying the ultras, Gregory? Meet me at the blue lift. Dawn. Heads up. Strap in. Sharpen your skis. Sharpen your mind. Your true opponent is yourself. Again. Again. If you rely on sight, you're already blind. Nice. Do it for the ultras, Greg! It's time.
Ultras on Greg again.
Find your inner Greg.
My tab.
Actually, it's been taken care of.
You did it, Greg.
He did it! And they have an Olympic tie-in. Holy cinema! No, that's a good ad. That's a good ad. I mean, maybe it's top born positive. Maybe it's an actually good. That's a good ad. They use a celebrity, but not in a celebrity slop way. They had a story that you could actually follow. They got it across in 60 seconds. The product was featured multiple times in like a hero's journey kind of way. You guys are saying boring like you expect a beer commercial to make you cry. I think you have to set your standards for what this is. This is a product selling in 60 seconds, bro. I think you guys need to understand what we're working with here. I thought that was pretty good. That avoided like 90% of what most ads fail at. Well, that was fine. That was maybe it was top of boring or boring good, but actually decent ad. It needs a cinematic universe to actually, yeah. Now let's get into something that I think, dude, I don't even remember. This is a bad sign. I watched this yesterday. I don't remember it at all. Let's see. This is Wix.
The way you see an idea in your mind. The way you describe it to a friend. This is how website creation should be. Expression as natural as thinking. Let it out. Shape it into something that could only come from you. This is the new way to create. Wix Harmony.
Extraordinarily boring. That feels like an ad that you're trying to hit skip on YouTube. I feel like they spent $12 on that ad. That's a boring negative. I see this a lot. I don't know if I'm seeing it more often. I'm seeing ads where it feels like they spent all the money for the slot, but then they just toss in one of their regular ads. They don't do anything special. And I feel like that's such a wasted opportunity because you're competing against marketing teams trying their absolute best and buying big celebrities or whatever. It just blends in. Like, this is a total waste of time. No, this is boring negative. Okay. Okay, next up we have our first GLP-1 ad. We have our first GLP-1 ad featuring Serena Williams. Let's see what we got here.
I'm on Row, 34 pounds down on GLP-1s. Healthier on Row. Supported on Row. FDA approved GLP-1 options. Now even in a pill. Weight loss expertise I trust. I'm moving better on Row. I'm feeling better on Row. I'm Serena Williams. This is me on Row.
This is an interesting one. This is an interesting one. What's interesting to me is previously GLP ads would have to dance around the fact that they were for weight loss. They would be like diabetes ads that would say, boy, I feel slimmer or whatever. And now they're like fully on about They're fully on about weight loss. I think in the pros column, again, I'm not supporting the product or whatever. I don't think it's great that we're getting pushed GLP-1s from every direction. I think in the pros column from a marketing POV, it's always better, I think, when you go single celebrity, have them have some connection to your brand and try to do a story than trying to do 50 celebrity slop. I think the worst possible ad you can do is like 50 celebrity slop. It's so expensive and you remember nothing. So I'd say if you were in the market for a GLP-1, this ad's not that bad. I'd probably top a boring negative because there's nothing special about it, no real pop, but it could also be boring positive. It's not, again, it did a pretty good job of showing the products.
FDA approved.
If Serena Williams is someone you idolize, they tied her in with the ad. I mean, this could be a decent ad. I was trying to think of what I was doing. If I had to work on the row team, this is not bad. I'll probably boring positive. I am surprised they have her injecting in the ad, and I'm trying it shows the weight loss down. I thought that was not allowed, but okay. Okay, next up, I'm gonna mix them up. I'm gonna go a little bit out of order here because the next up ad in the real world was OpenAI's ad, and that brings me to a story, okay? So I wanna say that this year, there was a big competition between the major AI companies, and we're gonna watch them back to back, and we're gonna do our ranking of who came out on top, okay? We're gonna, the girls are fighting when it comes to the AI LLM wars. And they were kind of going gloves off in some cases. So the next one up was OpenAI's ad entitled, "You Can Just Build Things." There's a bit of drama, all right? And I want to get your guys' opinion on who you think took it. So let's start with OpenAI's Codex ad, "You Can Just Build Things." Take it slow. By the way, OpenAI, a company that has $1.5 trillion in commitments, no profit currently, decided to dump another $16 million on this ad. So I'm interested in your guys' thoughts. Here's mine. This ad, it's classier. I see what they're going with. It tells a story of a guy growing up and becoming an AI researcher and their journey. And this ad played pretty well among the people that the OpenAI Sam Altman crew look at, which is like very online Twitter programmers. So what I'll say is this ad for that micro niche community did quite well. However, as a Super Bowl ad, it was terrible. And I'm being for real because I looked up, I think one of the best places to get good Super Bowl information is from EDO. They have, I think, the best data because what they do is they have, it's like what Nielsen used to do back in the day. They have a big roster of people they track and they see what they do on their phones and computers after they see an ad. So did they go tweet about something? Did they go Google something? Did they go... And they found that this was actually an extremely low performing ad for the average Super Bowl viewer, and that they did nothing. They didn't go watch anything afterwards. They didn't go check anything afterwards. They didn't do anything. So I would say for people that aren't in the AI space, it was a complete bust. And so the Super Bowl was not the best place for this. But I guess maybe on a higher level, if you're trying to attract talent, this could be something. They might have a different goal, but on a pure consumer play, it was a waste. But I'll put it in boring positive because it didn't actively hurt them or anything. Although I will say, there's a real positioning battle happening with all these AI agents, all these AI LLMs, this consumer-facing AI. And that one, I think, to an average person made them seem a little more difficult or techie or nerdy, harder to use or get into. I don't know. I'm not in love with the choice of where they put it. But anyway, so let's go to the next one. So that one was what the leader of the pack generally does, which is like a big, broad, you can build things, open-ended, we're the lead. But what their competition did, what the smaller market share company generally does, is a direct target. And that's what Anthropic did with these ads. Okay.
Hey, can I get a six-pack quickly?
Perfect. That is a clear and achievable goal. But confidence isn't just built in the gym. Try Step Boost Max, the insoles that add 1 vertical inch of height and help short kings stand tall. Use code HEIGhtMaxing10 for big discounts.
What's the difference between me and you?
So they went on a direct attack on OpenAI because OpenAI, as of today, starting today, Monday, is rolling out ads in ChatGPT for the free and lower tier versions. And so Claude wanted to differentiate itself by saying, we are the one without, even the song, what's the difference? Our AI does not have ads, and that's our difference. I think that's a strong creative. I will say this. I was more positive on this ad when I saw it alone by itself online. I was like, that's a pretty clever idea. When I watched it with people in a Super Bowl setting with the 2-beer rule and the phone rule, a lot of people thought this was a sincere ad for like what the AI could do. Like a lot of people thought like, oh, so stupid. Like, I don't even want that. Like a lot of people thought this was. So I will say, like, I do think there's actual, a little bit of weakness. Like it doesn't get across very quickly how different theirs is. So it might be a misfire, honestly. But I do think the concept is pretty good. I think the ad was pretty good. And again, let's be real here. I want to show you some stats. Let me go to this, okay? So, this campaign is like important to a company like Claude because they are trying to differentiate themselves and stand out from the clear market leader. This guy did a favorability test of major tech brands. And he found that Anthropic, who is the creator of Claude, by the way, this also works for Claude, had the exact same score as a fake company he made up. As in indicating that the average person has no fucking idea who they are. And they would kind of go like, oh yeah, I've heard of them, maybe it's good. Like they are so unknown. Claude is so unknown in comparison to the average Super Bowl audience. So I will say, pretty interesting. I will also say that the actual ad that aired did not have this tagline. This is the tagline I thought was really good. Ads are coming to AI, but not to Claude. But they changed the tagline for the version that aired, saying there's a time and place for ads, but AI isn't one of it. I think that was a big mistake. This is a good tagline. The new tagline doesn't even mention Claude. And so I do think they had a big misstep that for me knocks this down to more of a boring positive than an actually good ad. I think they blundered a bit on the execution for Super Bowl. This is a very good tagline. This is clear and simple and gets the point across. We are different. We don't have ads. Now, I will say one more thing, which is that making your identity about how we don't have ads this early in the AI race, you got to imagine you flash forward like a year, they're all doing ads. It's like, I remember when Netflix is like, you can share passwords, we don't care. And then, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very skeptical in to make it part of your identity this early is a bit of a risk. McDonald's dollar menu type beat. So there's some downsides, but from pure advertising play, and given that they're the much smaller player, it was pretty good. And it clearly rattled OpenAI because Sam Altman was tweeting about it angrily, and OpenAI sent out this email after the Super Bowl clarifying that no, our ads don't influence the answers that gives you, and like they sent this email to all users. So like they're clearly like a little rattled by it. And so I think it did a decent job. By the way, the ads are out today. They look like this, okay? So if you're like asking questions about a potluck, it will give you a grocery ad that pops in. Like this is happening right now as of today is what it looks like. And I do think people that use ChatGPT may be annoyed by this and maybe will try Claude. So overall, I'll put it near the top of boring positive. I do think with this tagline would have been actually good, but that's not what they had. Okay. Let's rank it.
As a clear and
Let's rank it. Put this in boring negative and this Claude in top of boring positive. Oh, you guys want to see the list? Sorry, this is where we're at right now. Was there any other major AI ad I wanted to show as part of this competition? I think that was the one I wanted to jump to. Those two are the ones beefing. We'll talk about AI.com near the end. Actually, fuck it. Let's do the AI wars. Let's do the Gemini one. So the last one of the big 3 LLM competitions was Gemini. So we'll move that one up here and we'll do Gemini. Let's watch the Gemini ad. I got a lot to say about this one. Where is the Gemini ad? All right. New home by Google Gemini.
That's my room?
Yeah, it's next to mine. And watch.
Wow. Can it be blue?
Yeah.
And Charlie's bed can go right there?
Here?
Yeah. Cool.
And look, here's the yard.
Oh, we could have a trampoline.
Still no.
Oh, Mom, what about your garden?
Oh, we'll plant it together. Just like before.
So it'll be like our old house?
It'll be whatever we want it to be.
Okay, here's my thoughts on this ad. If you guys don't know, this is basically a remake of one of the greatest Google ads of all time called Parisian Love. We've watched that in previous Super Bowl things. We brought it back. It's one of my single favorite ads of all time. They basically remade it, but this is significantly worse in every way. Just being real. Parisian Love was a way more universal use case that everyone could tie into. This was weirdly specific and used in ways people don't actually use. So it felt way more insincere, felt way more forced. It's not a terrible ad by any means, but compared to Parisian Love, it feels like they were out of ideas. They took one of their all-time greats and they made it way worse. From a marketing POV, like this is significant a downgrade. So I can't give this an actually good. And again, this is not a real use case that people will have. It's not that you couldn't do this, but there are ways they could have made what Gemini can do. Gemini has some useful features more applicable to this family's actual life, but they kind of ham-fisted some weird stuff. So I would say it's pretty weak comparatively. And I don't think it made them stand out from the other two. At least it showed the product compared to the OpenAI. All right, so let's put it in. Let's put it in there. Boring negative. Next up, we have. These are kind of freebies, folks. Every year in the Super Bowl, there's always ads that everyone kind of likes, and those are the ones that reference movies and TV. Movie trailers have a free pass because they're designed to be fun. They're not really selling you anything, but something you might want to watch. But we're gonna watch the next one, which is. Sorry, let me pull this up. Damn it! Oh, there it is. Netflix's ad for The Adventures of Cliff Booth.
So you helped Rick subdue those hippie intruders, huh?
Something like that.
You say that like there's more to it.
I don't possess many talents, but I know better than getting away with a good story.
Think you're real funny, huh?
I'm a little funny.
So this is interesting because many people live thought it was a parody of his character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. They thought it was him doing a commercial for something, and they were wondering when the product would show up. But in fact, it was an actual sequel or a spinoff of that movie. And so I will say, performance-wise, apparently this one did quite well, as in a lot of people afterwards Googled Brad Pitt plus Netflix movie. A lot of people. It was like the 4th highest actionable performance of any ad in the Super Bowl. So it did something for the audience it was targeting. Yeah, I mean, I'd say there's something there. It's pretty easy to push a Netflix movie. And it looks like it's interesting. It could be good. I have no idea. Is Tarantino directing it or not? But decent. Maybe even actually good, but it's simple to say for a movie theater. I don't even want to put it in a movie theater. Next up, we have Liquid Death. Liquid Death, usually a marketing mastermind. How did they do in this year's Super Bowl? Was this a good Liquid Death ad or a meh one? You decide. If it loads. Can't wait for this one. I can't wait for this one. I'm opening them up already. Liquid Death killed my uncle. Liquid Death is Red Bull but water. It's not loading. Liquid Death Super Bowl ad. Okay, here it is.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dark.
Damn, this okay, we'll watch it. Okay.
Hi, I'm Dr. Darshan Shah. Has your head ever exploded from an extreme energy drink? Millions of people suffer from exploded heads every single day. It's too late for them. And not for you. That's why I teamed up with Liquid Death to develop their new Better For You energy drink. It has 100 milligrams of caffeine, equal to a cup of coffee, plus essential vitamins and 0 sugar, and is guaranteed to not explode your head.
What do you think?
Hi.
What do you think? It's like decent, right? But it felt like a step down for Liquid Death. It's not it's not celeb strop, it's not super offensive to the product, but man, it felt whack. And by the way, man, for the Liquid Death commercials and for how much they spent on this is a shockingly low YouTube number. 25 comments, 69K views, 299 likes. This is a shockingly low number. Like, this is way lower than Liquid Death usually pulls. So I would say pretty boring. Maybe even boring negative. Like, this is not a good like I would be, if I'm imagining myself on their team and you have to go back and do like your post-event KPIs and say we spent $8 million plus on this. But I guess they're marking up water 800% and they're probably fine. But man, I think that would feel tough. That would be a tough meeting to have. So I don't think it was enough for a Super Bowl ad. Okay. This one I want to hear your thoughts on because this is a classic traditional Super Bowl product and they're trying to do the classic thing of a true big game ad. Do they succeed or do they not in Last Harvest by Lay's?
So I've been thinking. Might be time to hang it up.
How about one last time? Together.
Okay, kiddo.
I walked across an empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my hand. I felt the earth beneath my feet. Sat by the river and it made me complete.
Got one.
And if you
One more
have
thing.
a minute, why don't we talk about it somewhere only we know?
It's your farm now.
So why don't we go?
Is any of this true? I don't think so. This is a good ad. This is a good ad. This is, I think, the only ad to make normies cry. I know you guys are not normies. This is a good ad. This made moms cry. I saw Andrew Ross Sorkin on it wasn't CNBC, it was Bloomberg. He was saying he was tearing up. It was textbook. The way they cast the old dad, I don't think there's any Lay's Farm doing this. Additionally, they paired it. It was a two-parter. So they had this first part where they got you by the heartstrings. And the second part, they had a QR code where you could get free, or I guess it was free, or discounted Lay's delivered in 72 hours, or you get a year's supply free. And that was, I believe, the second most engaged with ad of the whole Super Bowl. So they combined the two and had, I think, the best Lay's Super Bowl they've had ever. So, yeah, they combined the heartstrings with the free chips and the 72 hours. I think this is a good campaign. It was actually good. No celebrities. They had a story. They treated it like a bigger event. You know, like this is a bigger and more productive ad than they usually have. It's good. I mean, again, I'm not saying I'm happy that potato chips have factory farms or whatever. I'm talking about whether or not this is a good ad, where they did a good job. They came to play at the Super Bowl, and they made other ads look sloppier by comparison. This is a good ad. So I'll put this in actually good. I feel like they earned it in the combo. Again, I don't have the second part. It's kind of boring. It's just the QR code and free Lays, but the combo did quite well. Okay, Liquid Death, we're negative. Next up, we have the Meta Smart Glasses, which is kind of like an AI ad. Except I think it features high show speed, maybe? What did you think of the Meta Smart Glasses? Oakley.
Hey, Meta, play my Beast Mode playlist. Okay, this is I'm driving through hell and out in raw snow.
Hey, Meta, do vultures eat people?
I hear the sirens right out the chateau. Run me the info.
Hey, Meta, is it okay to eat mud?
Where you shall go. Hey, Meta, who said humans can't fly?
What do you think? W Speed L ad. Speed deserves the bag. Okay, you guys just he just wants Speed to get the money. He's in it for like a frame. Yeah, it's boring positive. I mean, it's fine. I don't think it's massively changing anything. I will say, you know, having tried these glasses, I wasn't impressed with the ability to talk to them. You know, they were good on the recording, but the actual AI assistant was pretty, because it has to answer fast. So it has like the worst. It never deep thinks on anything. So it always gives you the dumbest possible AI answer. So I would say, yeah, not so great. It's only half the ad. I mean, we can watch the part 2 if you want. I'm usually just doing the part 1s here. But if you really want to see the part 2 of the Meta ad where it goes crazy, if you really want to see that, where athletic intelligence is finally here, part 2.
Hey, Meta, when does the storm hit?
Expect rain in an hour.
Okay, I'm driving through hell and out in raw snow. It's shining in here and out in rock.
This changes your mind?
We have liftoff!
Hey, Meta, film this in slow mo. Oh, yeah! Oh!
Hey, Meta, post that on Instagram! Yes!
W Speed! Oh, greatest ad I've ever seen! That did not change my mind. I'd still say boring positive. Boring positive. Meta ad, boring positive. Next up, we have acclaimed director of The Lobster and Poor Things, Yorgos Lanthimos. I think his last name, right? He directed not one, but 2 Super Bowl commercials. And this was one of them. It was entitled Squarespace Unavailable. Begonia, also, if you've seen that. It's just funny because he's a real art house director, and then he comes in and takes not one but 2 Super Bowl ad slots. It's just like, gets the bag, bro.
Please, please.
Cinema! My favorite 30-second ad. I thought they did a pretty good job. They managed to show the product. She did a good job. I thought it was pretty good. I think New York Times had this as their #1 ad of the Super Bowl. I thought it was pretty good. All things considered. I do think it would be better if they replaced Emma Stone with Speed and he was in a plane somehow talking about Squarespace and streaming. I think that would be the only way to make it better. But given that they had to work with Emma Stone, who's not as good an actress as Speed is, I think this is pretty good. It's pretty good. This is a pretty good ad. For Squarespace. I'll give it that. Okay, the next one, you guys. Okay, this is I think it's gonna be the most contentious, the biggest disagreement between me and the chat. But I'm gonna let you guys give your feedback first. I think this will be contentious. We're gonna watch this.
Illuminations, Minions, and Monsters. Watch the trailer now.
Wait, I was wrong because I forgot you guys would actually like it. No, it's great. This is great. Unfortunately, I don't like the Minions at all. This is a perfect 30-second ad. I'm sorry. It's a perfect ad. It's so funny. I saw everybody in the room pay more attention for this ad. I saw it work. It was a room like, it literally got everything across they wanted to get across. It stood out. I think, again, based on the EDO numbers, it was the number 2. It was the number 2 most engaged. As in, after they saw this, people went and watched the trailer. That's insane. It beat the Lay's one, the Netflix one, the Dunkin' one, the Universe. It was number 2. It was a remarkably successful ad. It was so simple, and all they had to get across with the ad was that there's a new, different Minions movie coming, and they did it. So yeah, I mean, I'm a Minions hater, and I have to give credit where credit's due. It's a good ad. But that was quarter 1. Now we are into quarter 2, and it was followed by I think a much worse ad. I think the Minions ad, despite getting everyone to perk up, we went right back into AI. Now, I left one AI company out of the Gemini, Claude, OpenAI war, and that is because when it comes to the war, this brand is not even considered. This brand is so negative. It's Microsoft Copilot. This is how we opened quarter 2. How did Microsoft do? Notoriously already weak at marketing. How did they pull off the Microsoft 365 Copilot?
Whoa.
Pilot. Chart top linebacker prospects with 40-yard times under 4.6. Isolate the top 3 with strong leadership skills. Predict which player will have over 100 tackles and make a profile. That's the guy.
Honestly, just boring negative, but yeah. Did not stand out. One of the weaker AI ads of the many, many that came out. Really just kind of blended into the background. Then we got something that I wanted to talk about. This ad, listen, I've done these now since 2019, maybe. We've done 6 or 7 years, if you'd like me to say so, of Super Bowl reviews. And in every one of them, there's been a consistent theme. The consistent theme is that Pepsi has been awful, like truly terrible. Pepsi has spent money almost every year for a Super Bowl ad, and it's always been celebrity slop. Literally year after year, they've added more and more. There was one year they had like Cardi B, Steve Carell, 6 other celebrities. They were all saying one-liners. It was truly trash. And so this year, I gotta say, they came to play with this decently clever ad, taking a knock at their now much larger competitor. Again, Pepsi has fallen down the rankings behind Dr. Pepper. Pepsi is out of the soda game. It's not number 1 and number 2 now. It's number 1 and like number 4. And so they kind of came back and made themselves one of the big 2, and I think it's a pretty decently clever ad.
You're not the only one.
So here's what I'll say. If you're super online, super connected, this is a bit of a dated reference, but I saw normies. I'll get that. Song choice, pretty good. The conceit, the idea that the iconic Coca-Cola polar bear actually prefers Pepsi, pretty good. I think, listen, maybe I'm judging it too nicely because Pepsi's been so bad for so many years. I thought it was decent. Now, there is like a golden rule here where it's kind of risky to use your competitor's branding so much in your ad because people's memories are kind of shit and they kind of just end up remembering it as a Coca-Cola ad. Like, low key, the longer they get from it, they kind of just remember like, oh, that was a good Coke ad. Like they don't. So it's very risky to do this. I think the best example of someone doing a comparison was like the Mac and PC ads where they make it very clear. This is not necessarily clear enough. I'm not going to say this is a truly great ad, but I'd say boring positive on the good side, which is like a real win for Pepsi. I don't think Pepsi's had a boring positive ad in a long time. It's been pretty bad. It's been pretty bad. So I'm gonna give Pepsi most improved. This is the most improved ad. Release the list. I got it right here. I mean, I could put this in actually good, but I almost like want it to be maybe you know what? Well, based on the standards of this year, I could put it in actually good. I don't think it's actually good all time, but I think for the standards of this year, it stood out. This one was bad. Some might even be actually bad. All right, next up, we have this brings me to a different topic, which is about how it's kind of depressing to see old 90s stars in commercials. With the 60-second T-Mobile Backstreet ad. Okay?
We surprise people at the T-Mobile store to tell them why it's better over here.
If you think our cell plan's just a phone in your head, Backstreet's back. To make it clear, at T-Mobile it's better here. Hit the fans. Tell me why it's America's best network. Tell me why Netflix included in lots of perks. You get a free Slurpee. Nobody ever expects It's more from their carrier, but maybe it's time you
Random
do. If you like big savings, T-Mobile's the one for
you. We also had a second surprise.
Where's the Backstreet Boys?
It didn't go as well.
Tell me why it's better here.
Why is a 6-year-old girl asking where's the Backstreet Boys in 2026? First of all, they're like 50. They're, you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't even make, she would more rather know MGK. Look, people got different opinions on this ad. My understanding is it was actually kind of decently effective, but on a personal level, I find when you do lyric changes of iconic songs, it's like an extra level of sad and cringe. It's so sellout. Like, it's just such a sellout ad on a deep level. And then when you see it from a kind of a washed up pop star, it feels almost sad because you know they needed the money so bad. So for me, like, it's actually kind of a depressing ad. Like, you recognize that they, without Justin, by the way, who of course wouldn't do this, are like being forced to do this because that's where they can get. So I didn't love it. I didn't love it. I find it like there's nothing special about it. It's pretty corny, but you know, normies love this song. I mean, what I will say, the very funny part about this ad particularly is that because it aired first, we're going to talk about the Coinbase ad pretty soon. This ad deeply undercut the Coinbase ad, which also used the Backstreet Boys. And they did not know that ahead of time. So that is a plus for this ad in this column, but I can't give this a super high rating. And again, it's just classic, you know, celebrity every 30 seconds. But next up, we have this one. So I'll say my thoughts after this. Next up, we have Rocket Mortgage. America needs neighbors like you. Rocket Mortgage. America needs neighbors like you. Now, before we talk about this, I just want to say, Rocket Money is such a fantastic product. And I would love to check out rocketmoney.com/Atrioc at any moment. But Rocket Mortgage, let's see what they had to do with this. Like a sloppier, worse version of what Lay's was doing. I thought it was like they were going for like the heartwarming shit, but they crammed too much in. It was way too busy. They couldn't get you on the story because they tried to do too much. And then they threw in the easiest Hail Mary that marketers have in their playbook, which is a dog. If you throw in a cute dog in distress or in rain, you can always Hail Mary that to try and get. I think this was a weaker ad than Lay's. I don't know if that it's terrible. They tried. I don't know if you're walking away with a bad takeaway, but I do think this doesn't hit as hard as the Lay's one. That being said, ads that went for like a little bit of emotion stood out more this year because there's been years where every advertiser tries this. This year, most of them went for like, you feel nothing, happy slop. And only like 3 or 4 total tried to go for any kind of emotion. So this did stand out on that front, but I would say it was pretty, weak trying to fit 3 different stories in one. Okay, next up we had Oh no, I goofed it. Oh no, I made it. Wait, how do I fix this? All right, I fixed it. Next up, we have Dove Skincare. This game is ours. the program's fine. I think it's interesting. I do think ads like this are kind of awards bait in that they have nothing to do with Dove. It's boring positive. It's boring positive, boring neutral. I do think that people make these ads, they just don't have any interest in marketing the actual product. And they're just trying to win a Cannes Lion. And they've been doing this year after year. But what are you going to do? All the ads are loud. I can turn it down a little bit. All right, next one was interesting. I want to hear your thoughts on this one. This ad, well, let me say it afterwards. Next ad comes from Levi's. And it was called Behind Every Original. Behind Every Original.
Ow! I'm back! Get up off of that thing! And dance to you better! Get up off of that thing! And shake you better! Ow! I feel good! Sing it now! Get up off of that thing! Dance to you better! Get up off of that thing!
Somebody said Woody got a yacht. Yeah, good ad. Sorry, haters and fakes. This is a good ad. Just honestly, it's an ad you wish you thought of as a marketer. It's Levi's jeans. They show the jeans the entire time, but they make it about asses. They have different iconic characters. It's just a good ad, bro. People look up from the Super Bowl. You can enjoy it while you're 2 beers deep. It's sex sells without being overtly sexual, like in a crass Hardee's type way. It was good. It was a good ad. It was a smart ad. The Levi's team, good job. And they got the right, yeah, it was good. It was good. The right yachts for it, I guess. I'll put that in actually good. Next up we have. Here, I'll show you the list so that we're all on the same page. I think I would rank it like this. Something like this, yeah. I think this is pretty good. Okay. Release the list. I'll put the list up when we're done. Next up we have It's a Me, a Mario. The legendary Chris Pratt is back in a 15-second ad. 15 second? Nintendo cheap, bro. Nintendo cheap. Wait, they're tricking me. It's not playing the 15-second version. Don't abbreviate Chris Pratt, chat. This is not Epstein related, folks. We're talking about Chris Pratt here. He wasn't on the list. It won't play. It won't play, and I only have the full ad. I'm not going to watch the full minute 30 trailer because that's not what they paid for. They're trying to trick me. 15-second Mario. How long is this? I found it. This is it.
Rated PG.
Holy. What do you guys think about that? Cinema or what? It was loud. It was loud. It had a dinosaur. It had Yoshi. It had, I think Minions clears as an ad, but 15 seconds, they got it across. I'd say pretty forgettable, but if you're going to see the movie, you're going to see the movie. Okay. Let's get to a real ad here. Let's get to a real ad. Uber Eats. Hungry for the truth. Featuring Bradley Cooper and Matthew McConaughey. What do you think about this Uber Eats ad?
When a quarterback runs, they call it a scramble. You on a morning scramble, Bradley?
Don't you have somewhere else to be?
Think about it.
Field goal post, designed after a fork.
That can't be true. Football is not selling food. We cannot keep this up.
Players' names. C.J. Ham, Malik Ham.
You're cherry picking.
Gerard Cherry, Duran Cherry.
Oh, did you tell him about pancake blocks?
Several times. Take a closer look, Mr. Bradley. Tell me, what do you see?
Pro Football Hall of Fame?
It's a juicer.
What?
The Hall of Fame's a juicer, Bradley. Check it out. It's all food, Bradley.
No. Enough! You're never gonna convince me that football's selling food. So what do you say we just squash this beef?
Yeah. Beef's food, so squash.
You son of a...
Burgers! When football makes you hungry, order Uber Eats.
There's an ad for Uber Eats. A lot of food. I like the concept. I thought Matthew McConaughey committed more than he had to. Matthew McConaughey committed like this is an important role in his career. But I wouldn't say it's anything. Man, I think it's boring positive. Pretty forgettable. Oh, Guy Fieri. Speaking of Super Bowl ads with celebrities, Guy Fieri had an ad.
I'm just a guy. But when I use my Bosch appliances, I feel like more than just a guy. I feel like Guy. Same goes for these Bosch power tools here. Just a guy. Guy. Just a guy. Guy. Just a guy. Guy.
With phenomenal appliances and powerful power tools.
Thought you only spoke French.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a...
I will say, this one got a reaction from the live crowd. This one got a reaction, bro. Something about Guy Fieri, bro. They like him. They like him. I also think people were pretty surprised that that's actually him. And so, as far as a celebrity slap ad goes, using one guy, using it in that way, I'd say pretty good. Especially for the older audience. That's pretty good. The celeb above me. This is a great ad for Guy. I'm gonna watch his show tonight. Well, it's supposed to be ad for Bosch, which is kind of the problem with celebrity ads in general. Is you only remember the celebrity, you don't remember the fucking product. But they did use it 3 different times in a 30-second ad. 3 different products. So I think I'll give it to him. I don't remember this one at all. Here, I'll put it on the list, though. Sorry. I'll put it on the list. Boring positive. Actually good. I do not remember this ad. It's for Liquid IV called Take a Look. What is this ad? Liquid IV?
How can I just let you walk away
when all I can do is watch you leave?
So take a look at me now.
There's just and there's nothing left here to remind me.
Just a memory of the things.
Take a look.
Hydrate with Liquid IV.
Can someone let me down, please?
I think I was actually peeing when this ad aired. I don't remember this. Kind of gross. Take a look at your pee. Yellow.
Hydrate with Liquid IV.
Get Liquid IV.
Someone let me down, please.
Interesting. Kind of what the fuck, huh? Kind of WTF. Let me see the numbers on that. Did that have any? Kind of want to know if People like Googled it afterwards. What was it called? It was called Liquid IV. No, dude. that is terrible. Bro, that ad is 81 out of 100 out of 90 ads. That is in terms of like actual actions taken. That is a terrible ad. It's tagged as what the fuck humor too. Yeah, okay. I'll put that as what the fuck. Not a good ad. Kind of bad. I didn't see any reactions to it because I must have been in the bathroom, which is appropriate timing. All right, next up next up we have a little bit of drama. We got a little bit of drama because it is a TurboTax ad.
They say death.
A TurboTax ad. Let's see. Featuring Adrian Brody. What did TurboTax do?
They say death and taxes are the only guarantees in life. At least death only happens to you once. Brace yourself. The pain is coming. I can taste it.
Cut! Why is there rain?
Dials it up, right?
No, Adrian, we need you to dial things down.
I'm just trying to tap into the pain of taxes.
You know, you're not some regular tax guy. You are a TurboTax expert, like Janet.
We take the pain out of taxes, remember?
Let's go again. Just
wow.
Smile, be happy.
I don't do happy.
If there's no drama, there's no Adrian Brody.
I can pay for that.
I could deduct that.
To the rain.
What do you think? This is kind of what Aiden's original take of our TurboTax ad was. Adrian Brody goes in. I don't know. TurboTax, obviously a company that lobbies to keep us in a poor tax system, which can't really be ignored in a TurboTax ad, which is okay. So it's actually, I'll tell you a story. So I watched this ad with Ari's family, but then I watched the last fourth of the Super Bowl at Mogul. And when I got there, Aiden said, hey, guess what happened earlier? We were watching the TurboTax ad, and then right when it was over, some girl piped up and said, isn't TurboTax the company that makes taxes worse by lobbying? And Aiden goes, yes. Yes, it is. We've been hearing that a lot lately. So, they get a big brand to overcome, regardless of Adrian Brody's performance. But if I were to judge this ad purely on the ad, it's fine. It's boring. It's boring middle, dude. It's not even boring positive. It's boring middle. It's a decent ad. It's not nothing crazy. And it's not super celeb slop, but all right, next up. Certainly I don't think it's changing any hearts and minds. Next up, we have Universal Orlando Resort. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys want to watch a movie trailer? There's one for Ryan Gosling. Project Hail Mary.
I hereby grant you top secret clearance to Project Hail Mary.
What's Project Hail Mary?
The sun is dying. If we do nothing, everything on this planet will go extinct. This mission is what you Americans would call a long shot.
Hail Mary. I get it.
That's the ad. Ryan Gosling looks hot in their space. Especially among the demographic of my chatters, they all read the fucking book and they're so excited, bro. So, positive. I actually think this trailer could have been better given what they're promoting, but for 30 seconds, it's fine. It's good. Chat can read, bro. If chat reads, I have a higher than average percentage of like engineers in my community. And like I've called this book before, this book is Engineer Slop. I'm a huge Ryan Gosling fan, but this book is about, you know, how the hero engineer saves the day and is super smart. And this type of book is like right up their alley, dude. It's right up their alley. And it's like designed for, and so that is that, and they got the right guy for it. Everyone sees themselves as Ryan Gosling. Next up, we have the Universal Orlando Resort with a commercial called Little Man. They paid for the full 1 minute, $16 million. How did it go?
Next time, little man. I got a little man. I got you, man. You good, little man?
Don't call me little man.
Little man.
Let me see. You flinched! Don't call me little man. You good, man?
Yeah, man.
Four parks. One vacation that changes everything.
You good, little man?
Universal Orlando Resort.
What'd you think? Am I too sappy? I thought it was pretty solid. Maybe I'm too sappy. I thought it was pretty solid. You know, as a guy who had a younger brother, I thought it was pretty solid. Nothing crazy, not an all-timer, but I thought it was pretty solid. Little brother, he calls him little man, he gets scared. It's a little slop, but it's... I wouldn't feel bad putting that out if I worked on the Universal marketing team. I think that's good. One story, no celebs, products in the whole thing. The character's journey is through the product. That hits a lot of boxes for me. I thought it was pretty good. I'm gonna put it in actually good. Certainly would not feel bad putting your name on that if you were a marketing team and you put that out. Project Hail Mary goes here. Okay, next up. This one is not made for this chat. This is like a controversial ad. People were mad about this ad. This one, people were mad about it. People were too excited about it. This is causing debates. I saw on Bloomberg they debated this. This is the 60-second Goodwill Dunkin' ad. Goodwill Dunkin' ad.
For the movie, a much better version of Good Will Hunting was made as a sitcom with a real genius in the lead and some other actors.
Hey, Will, did you arrange the Munchkins in the Fibonacci sequence? I got a genius working for me.
He's such a genius, then why'd he put ice in his coffee, huh?
Come on, Chucky, I'm just Will Hunting. I'm not a genius.
I will marry the first man that can help me with the Fibonacci sequence.
How you doing? Smooth.
Don't you have a girlfriend? We're on a break. I don't need her. I still get everything I need right here at Dunkin'.
Hey, kid, if you're still single doing this Boston shtick and working for Dunkin' when you're 50, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
Isn't that your girlfriend?
You like donuts?
Yeah.
Well, this is my new boyfriend. How you like these nuts?
On time.
Goodwill Dunkin'.
Let me say, I think that is one of the most offensive levels of celebrity slop I've ever seen. Like every 1 second, its scene changes to a different 90s celeb, all de-aged with fucking. However, I have to give credit where credit is due. They're hitting a person a slight bit older than me, if that's possible, if you can believe that, for whom all these references super hit. And I have to be honest, Like a number of different places had this as in the top 5. A number of places had this in top 5. EDO had it as the 5th most engaged with. People talked about it. I don't know. It's so tough for me to give it any positivity because I feel like it is true bankrupt creative slop. It's so remember this, and they even use CGI de-aging on all the people. It's just reference, but maybe that works. I don't know. It's tough to say. I will say this whole Duncan Ben Affleck thing, they're doing it year after year, which means it is working. They're consistent with it. They like it. They like the performance of it. So people are saying their mom loved this one. Maybe it was good. Maybe it nailed its demographic. But for me, it's tough to give it a good rating. One day it'll be Ninja, Kai, Speed, and XQC. You're actually so right, dude. Everyone's shitting on this now. Wait for 20 years, dude, when it's Ninja, Kai, XQC, and they're CGI de-aged. Ludwig's in there. Boys! We gotta go to Duncan. Ninja doing the pon. They're going to be targeting you directly. Maybe it'll come for you too. And based on that logic, you know what's funny? I guess the one thing I can give it credit for is it like breaks through the event horizon of Celeb Slop by packing in so much. It's like so unafraid to be crap that it's like, I'm going to do it in every 1 second. I'm going to give you every possible reference as busy as possible. It might be escape velocity. I don't know. All right. Certainly they knew it was, I mean, listen, it wasn't like they thought it wasn't going to be cringe. They actually had a little, teaser for it that came out pregame where it's Ben Affleck saying this ad is going to be cringe. And then Jennifer Aniston goes, you have to burn all the copies. And he's like, well, we're only going to show it once. So honestly, you know what I'm doing? I'm going to put it in what the fuck. What the fuck is not the worst category? What the fuck is it's hard to categorize? You don't know where to put. I'm putting in what the fuck. Because it's a little bit, it kind of breaks my brain. I don't know where to categorize this. I don't think it's actually bad, though. Okay, next up, we have... This one caused a bunch of debate, too. And I have a little bit of slides about this, but first we're going to watch it. In 2022, about half the ads in the Super Bowl were crypto. By 2026, there's only one crypto company remaining. Coinbase. And they came with this. Okay. Listen, you're free to have your own opinion. I actually think in terms of like dollars spent, this is the worst pound for pound ad of the Super Bowl. And that's not because it didn't get people involved. It is because it literally doesn't show the product in any meaningful way at all. And then they only logo camp the end of an entirely unrelated thing. So it's like a bad bait and switch that actively makes people a little bit annoyed at your product. Additionally, because they didn't know that T-Mobile was already doing a Backstreet ad before, people think for the majority of this ad that it's a T-Mobile ad. So they literally got nothing out of it. This is like, in terms of a Coinbase spend to benefit ratio, it is a total flop. I think from a marketing POV, this is a total flop. It's like a desperate flop. Like trying to find a way to make crypto engaging by ignoring all the crypto. And I have a couple slides about this. I want to talk about this because I think this is actually an interesting discussion. So look, here is what the average response was now that we're 5 years into crypto being a mainstream thing. This is what the actual response was from regular people.
Secure. Yeah. Everything you need, you better rock your body now. Everybody. Yeah. Rock your body. It's so loud. Everybody. Rock.
That was the experience in real life as well. Real that knew. This is what the ad was. It's a disaster, bro. You can't just try to logo swap at the end for a good moment to pretend it has nothing to do with crypto at all, not even a little bit. The idea that this would drive any signups for Coinbase or Coinbase is absurd. It's a total, it's like a weaselly waste. For me, I think it's the worst out of the Super Bowl. And then when people rightfully pointed this out all over social media, Coinbase got defensive and said, if you're talking about it, it worked. This guy goes, the Coinbase ad was terrible. They just quote tweet some random guy and goes, and I've talked about this a lot. Well, you're talking about it, aren't you? Is the defense of bad marketing everywhere. It is not true. At no point is it true. Coinbase is currently in a downward spiral. 50% stock down in the past year. Burning users, Bitcoin down. They need to bring in new users and make crypto seem appealing to regular people. This did not do that. The example I always say when someone gives me this argument is, imagine if McDonald's did a big game ad where somebody like scraped their food on the floor or shit in a fryer. It would get a lot of discussion. People would talk about it. That would not help sales of McDonald's. It would add disgust to your brand association in your mind. It doesn't make it good. Talking about it does not mean good. Companies are very protective of their brand because they want you to associate it with good things. The idea that you can just do anything and if someone talks about it, it worked is bullshit. It's just not true. Many, many bad ads have proven that. Now, I do want to say one thing. It's a nuanced discussion. There are some ads historically that have had backlash or anger, but have done the job well. I'm going to give you a totally different example from this terrible Coinbase ad where it actually kind of worked. Do you guys remember in Christmas 2019, the infamous Peloton hostage ad? Do you guys remember this ad? The one where the Peloton wife, okay? This is a famous example of like, oh, what a bad ad. Oh, what a disaster ad. This ad, unlike this ad, had, if you don't remember the ad, I'm not going to watch the whole thing. Basically, this wife wakes up, she comes downstairs on Christmas, her husband bought her a Peloton. And then she has her little journey where she like selfies herself using it. She's like, I'm trying it every day. And she looks kind of scared when she's doing it. So everyone made the joke that like, oh my God, her husband's calling her fat and she's a hostage. But the takeaway really from all the controversy, and there was like news coverage of it, and there was like social media buzz, and everyone like dunked on it. But the takeaway for everybody watching it was like, hot, rich wife uses Peloton. That was the takeaway over and over again. And so everybody kind of made fun of it, but they got the takeaway. And so like the people they were targeting, which is like wealthy consumers, ended up buying it a lot. Everyone got worked up over it. And then, right after it came out, Peloton loses 1.5 billion in value. That was this dip. And then Peloton stock soared, bro. This is the 1 year later. Now, Peloton stock's trash now, but this is many years later. For the 1 year after, the sales went way up. So there was no actual downside to this ad. This ad was like, they got tons of free value. You talking about it actually helped them because they got their point across, which is that hot, rich people use this product. In fact, it was after this ad that someone you might like, Peloton, Northern Lion, ended up buying a Peloton. Okay? And I was talking to a librarian about this. I messaged librarian. I asked him, what time did NL buy the Peloton? He sent me the exact date and then sent me this.
Am I the asshole for buying my girlfriend an exercise bike? Can I alienate everybody? I still to this day am not dunking on Peloton for the Peloton wife commercial. And maybe I'm missing the nuance in it, okay? So the Peloton wife was a viral dunk campaign where it was like an ad where this wife was like, hey, my husband got me a Peloton. And then she journaled like, up at 4 a.m. drinking juice on the Peloton, and she was like, she did anyway, she was working out hard on the bike. And the whole campaign got dunked on because people were like, wow, what an asshole. Like her husband basically got her a present that was like, lose some weight so you can be a supermodel. And my whole, like, when I watched it, I was just like, man, I wish someone would buy me a Peloton. This shit is expensive. It would.
Dude, I couldn't have asked for a better clip in my entire. I was working on this segment and I asked librarian for just the date and he sent me a clip that was so perfect from what I'm trying to say. Yes, this was the actual consumer experience. Okay? So that is an example of talking about it works. For Coinbase, I think the opposite. I think people don't like crypto right now and your ad didn't do anything to help. It was completely unrelated. So thanks to librarian, but I wanted to get that because this is a controversial ad. And I wanted to discuss why I'm rating it as the worst ad of the Super Bowl, I think. I'm putting it as, where's my tier list? There it is. Coinbase, actually bad. Actually bad. Next up, we have an ad from Atrioc. Oh my God. Did you know that we used to have a market cap? And then everyone said it's kind of lame to put the word cap on a cap. And it would be way cooler if you dropped the cap and made it just market. And so that's what we did. Holy. And then we added a little stank to make it. And you could find this at failedcos.co. Now it's an actual market cap. It's cleaner. It's classier, it looks nicer, and it's used by celebrities. Like Barack Hussein Obama. Okay? This is a big deal. This is a big deal. Be like Obama, be like me. Get the market cap at failedcos.com. Wow, available now. Available now. Celeb slap. All right, back to the actual ad review. I'll put that one in actually good though. That was a really good ad. Kinder Bueno. Kinder Bueno was the next ad. We're now in the third quarter. We are in the third quarter of the Super Bowl. And we have Kinder Yes Bueno. We're in the third quarter and the current score is what, 12-0 Seahawks? Patriots have done absolutely nothing.
No bueno. No bueno. Yes. Kinder Bueno.
No bueno.
Yes. Bueno.
Get more in here.
Y bueno.
Bueno. Platzilito. Zibunchi.
Is that AI? Is this AI?
Yes, bueno.
Irresistible chocolate, wafer, hazelnut. Yes, bueno.
I think this part was definitely AI. Like these aliens and this part, this is AI for sure. 100%, bro. Yeah, I think it's forgettable slop. No, you think it's real? I wasn't saying it's either AI or it's a real documentary footage. I thought it could have been CGI. Do you understand? There is another option. No, this actually happened. Wow, babies really floated around in space and then had a Kinder Bueno. That's incredible. Well, that's actually good then. That's actually good then. No, I think that's boring slop. Next up we have this was another controversial ad featuring Mike Tyson. Oh, rate it? I'll put it as a boring negative.
My sister's name was Denise. She died of obesity at 25. She had a heart attack. I was so fat and nasty. I would eat anything. I was like 345 pounds. A quart of ice cream every hour. I had so much self-hate when I was like that. I just wanted to kill myself. We're the most powerful country in the world, and we have the most obese, fudgy people. Something has to be done about processed food in this country.
This was a Maha ad for realfood.gov where Mike Tyson says, I used to eat a lot of food. I was fat. I wanted to kill myself. Now I got to eat apples. It was a strange ad. It was a strange ad, but you know what? As someone who's constantly called fat by the yard, it kind of stuck with me. You know? Maybe this RFK guy knows. This is how people get sent down the pipeline, okay? Now I'm going Maha to try and I don't know. Okay, if I had to actually judge this, let's say I'm working on the Maha marketing team. Is this bad? I don't know. Maybe it's okay. But it's a little weird. I think it's kind of what the fuck, honestly. I don't know how to really rate this. This feels what the fuck to me. It feels so weird. It's just Mike Tyson direct to cam saying, I almost killed myself because people called me fat. It's a what the fuck to me. All right. Kinder Bueno. Put it there. Next up, we have, a beer commercial. Finally. I thought so few beer commercials for a Super Bowl. What happened? Maybe it's that no one drinks anymore. Bud Light. Bud Light been playing it safe for a few years. How did they do it this year's Super Bowl with their commercial called Keg?
Ooh, what's that? First beer of the wedding. Is there enough for everyone? Oh, right there. Oh, this is not necessary. There's a trail. Heck of a wedding, huh?
Boring. Boring. Not particularly funny. Not particularly interesting. Boring. Very forgettable. I'm forgetting it as I watch it. What? Just let Shane Gillis go direct to camera like Mike Tyson. It'd be way funnier. Let Shane Gillis run. This was so boring. Anyway, as a diehard Kid Rock fan, obviously I can't support Bud Light, but that ad was pretty weak. At this point, make it woker just to be interesting. You know what I'm saying? Next up, we have a car ad. Very few. Again, normally car ads are one of the big three of Super Bowls. We've seen almost no car ads, but Toyota stepped up from Japan with a RAV4 spot called Superhero Belt. Toyota.
Hey, let's go for a drive. What is it? Let's put your superhero belt on.
Ready to go, Grandpa?
Wow. Returning the favor is a gift.
Superhero belt?
Not bad. Not bad. Kind of cute. A little, I still think a little too forgettable for a Super Bowl ad, but no mistakes. It's fine. a little too plain, even when it's wholesome. Like, you got to give it a little more stank to it. But boring positive. I think this is like the perfect boring positive. If you looked up boring positive in the dictionary, this would be the default number for it. I think this is what it is. I think it outshined by Lay's in this field, but not yeah, it does feel like not a Super Bowl ad that got thrown into the Super Bowl. That's exactly right. Anyway, next up we have Kendall Jenner doing Fanatics Sportsbook. Let me rank both these. Boring negative, boring positive. Kendall Jenner and Fanatics Sportsbook. We got sports gambling, which was again a major part of
Betting on
this Super Bowl. Let's see.
Betting on the right guy with Fanatics Sportsbook, explained by Kendall Jenner.
Haven't you heard? The internet says I'm cursed. Any basketball player who dates me kind of gets bad luck. While the world's been talking about it, I've been betting on it.
How do you think I afford all of this? Modeling?
But today, it's time to bet on something new. Football players with Fanatics Sportsbook. Let's get that ring, boys.
It's not insider trading. The conceit of the ad is that when she dates somebody, they play worse. So she's dating on her exes. She's betting against her exes. It feels, it's so funny, but maybe it's just me because I'm every day covering negative economic news. It just feels kind of like wrong to me. It feels like people are going to be naturally pissed. To have Kendall Jenner talking about sports gambling and getting in a private jet and I don't know. I don't know why it just feels wrong. It feels like a misread of the moment. Feels out of touch. But sports gambling is already such a slop fest of ads. I think it's pretty toned down. I might put this in actually bad, yeah. I didn't see positive response from this, and I could check the engagement. Let's see if it did any numbers. This was, I can't even remember. It was Fanatics Sportsbook. Fucking, jeez. Fanatics. Oh my God, dude. 86 out of 90. This was terrible. This was terrible. Yeah, I just think, yeah, well, there you go. What's funny is I think sometimes when you get a celebrity, the ad ends up being an ad for the celebrity, but I think this also hurts her. It's like a lose-lose. It's like a lose for Fanatics. It's a lose for Kendall Jenner. It really, yeah, this is kind of an L. This is actually kind of an L ad. It was 86 out of 90 ads in terms of engagement, which means it's one of the lowest engaged ads in terms of people doing something, checking out Fanatics afterwards. She got paid, she doesn't think she cares? Yeah, I guess so. But even still, the ad implies that her wealth comes from gambling, when that's not true. Her wealth comes from doing ads like this and being part of a rich family. So there's also like a bit of a moral repugnance there where it's like, you can get rich like me, but you didn't get rich gambling. No one did. So yeah, I'd say it's a bad ad. I would not want to have put my name on that if I worked on it. Kendall, in actually bad, one of our few truly actually bad ads that we've got so far. Next up we have, what is this one? Oh, but we're getting close to what I think might be the actual worst ad of all time. Next up, we have an ad for the NFL itself called Belief is a Superpower. This is an ad for the NFL during the NFL. Interesting. Belief is a superpower. Now, here's the thing. Here's a little context. The NFL is in a bit of a crisis right now because the people that watch Super Bowl are actually getting younger because more people watch the big game. But regular week-to-week football is cratering among young people. And people playing football is cratering as well because parents won't let them do it. So the NFL is like desperate to try and get younger people and families back into football. And so that's kind of the goal of this ad, is to make it seem cool and fun for kids. They took the words of the speech from an actual speech. from 16 years ago from an actual, I think, high school coach. Let's see if I can pull it up right here.
I've been honored to coach you. More honored to take you to the field of battle.
This is a great speech.
Another honor is being bestowed upon you.
And I hope this guy got paid.
That comes with that question. Who am I? I'm a champion. That's right. You need to remember.
And so there is like a legacy to it. I think it's a good ad for what it's worth. I'm just telling you why they made it. A couple pieces have come out recently about the NFL like being super scared of how regular season viewership is actually getting older. It's like in the 60s now. Like the average age of an NFL regular season game viewer is in the 60s. That's crazy. For the Super Bowl, it's low. It's like 40 something. But so they're trying to like bring it down. I think good ad, but understand why they made it. I'll put it in probably actually good, but you just need to know the context. Okay, next ad. Get ready for it. This was also controversial. You'll recognize it. Are you ready for this ad? This is for Svedka Vodka. And it has an iconic opening scene. All right, I think this is legitimately one of the worst ads ever to air at a Super Bowl. I think this is actually such a terrible ad. It's all AI generated, in case you're wondering, which means they prompted it in 40 seconds and they spent $8 million on the slot. This is nothing aspirational for the user who wants to drink the vodka. It's it's like weirdly off-putting. It's a misread of the moment. Again, over the past 3 years, basically since ChatGPT's release, every year, the American public at least, has polled more negatively on AI. Every year, 23, 24, 25, 26. They get lower every year. And so right now we're in like, people are rating it as more fear. They're more scared of losing their job. They're more like, they have a lot of negative feelings on it. So to put it out like this in such a weird, creepy way, unrelated to the product, and then just have random dancing AI prompted robot. Yeah, I think this is a truly bad ad. As in, like, I think it actively hurts them. I think people would be, if they had to, like, they might not know what Svedka is, but now they will avoid it. When they see it. I think it's like not even classy. It's not, there's nothing to it. It's really just slop. And yeah, I think it actually hurt them. I would say this is a truly negative ad. Yeah, and it's worth noting. That's a great point in chat. Even the actual AI companies did not use AI to make their commercials. They used some human element to ease into the product. Like, it's not, the idea that this would be a good ad is pretty insane. It would be bad for society. Okay. We are nearing quarter 4. We're in the last quarter of ads. Speaking of AI, what do you think of this ad from a company I've never heard of called GenSpark? Is it?
GenSpark, give me the day off. I'm skipping work today. You should too, Stu. GenSpark, finish his slide deck. Now you're not working from home. Hey, you put on pants. Jen Spark, dial in this spreadsheet.
I'm done?
Circle back on out of here. Let Jen Spark automate your work and take a day off.
Jen Spark aired its Super Bowl commercial.
I don't need to hear your commentary.
Jen
Spark.
Listen, this type of AI ad, I think, is missing the mark on what consumers are looking for. Google is a little bit closer, but theirs is soft. When you portray the user as a lazy idiot who is going to use AI to do their work for them, what this really is an ad for is how they're going to take your job. If your job is doable by kicking back in your seat and clicking the button, it's like, oh, you're probably about to get fired soon. They're probably about to replace you. It's not, it makes you think about how precarious your financial situation is and how, like, that's not a, what you really want is an ad that shows a talented, hardworking person getting more done or getting something better or getting an assistant with AI. That's like the positive spin you could put on it to make your product seem good. But when you portray the user not as a hero, but as a loser, I think you have a pretty negative tone to your ad. And I would say this is one of the weaker AI ads of the many that happened. This is like secretly an AI ad for bosses. That's a funny way to put it. Yeah, for a mass consumer audience, I think this was not a direct hit. I'm going to put it here. Jen Spark goes here. And now, can a white boy speak a little Spanish, dude? Can a white boy speak a little football? Owen Wilson stars as himself in a FIFA Telemundo ad. Owen Wilson speaks football.
Hola, Sophia.
They should have got me for this, by the way. I do not understand why Owen Wilson was picked over me, but.
Hola, Sophia.
Hola, Owen.
I need your help con español.
Okay, mi nombre es Owen.
Mi hombre is Owen.
No. ¿Y ellos?
Oh, ellos juegan football. Dangeroso.
Peligroso.
Peligroso.
Más pasión, más emoción.
Lo que viene tocando por este sector la pelota.
Pasa atrás al área chica. Un remate seco, potente, golazo.
I'm so proud, mi Owencito.
All right, I'll tell you this. I watched it with a Latino crowd. They liked it. I gotta give credit where it's due. I watched it with an all Latino crowd and they liked it. So what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say, bro? I think they like seeing a white boy speak Spanish. I don't know what it is. But I got to give it at least boring positive. I'm not saying it's changing the face of FIFA, but. All right, boring positive. Boom, boom, boom. I think, by the way, so far, this is going pretty perfectly in that the majority of things are in boring negative, which is how the Super Bowl played out. And there are a few truly terrible ones with what the fucks. And then, yeah, I think this is good. I think this is the right ratio. As we near the end of the fourth quarter. This one was Relax Your Tight End by Novartis. Interesting. Do I remember this one? This is a 1-minute ad. Relax. Pretty good ad. Pretty good ad, low key. I think this is my parents' favorite ad. They liked it. Apparently it spoke to football players, football viewers. I even like the URL, the call to action. I think if I worked on this product, I would feel pretty good about this ad. So yeah, I'll say pretty good. I'll say pretty good. And a good message, get checked for prostate cancer. You might have it. Put this here. Put that there. Put that on actually good. George Clooney did his first Super Bowl commercial with an ad called Grubhub The Feast. How did George Clooney do? This was also directed by Yorgos. He did 2 ads for 2 separate companies. I don't even know if he told them about it. He cashed the fuck in. Let's see. George Clooney now apparently wants the cash. Has avoided it for his entire career, but he's now in.
And for the final course, we have the fees.
Oh no. Who will eat the fees?
I couldn't possibly stomach the fees.
I have a terrible fee allergy. Who will eat the fees?
Grubhub will eat the fees.
Grubhub will eat the fees?
Grubhub will eat the fees.
Grubhub will eat the fees.
Yes, that's what I said.
No delivery fees, no service fees, no more fees on restaurant orders over 50.
Something about this rubbed me the wrong way. And I think it was because the food and the room and the users all seem so off-putting and gross that I now associate that with Grubhub a little bit. That's kind of what I thought. It's like they don't make you, like the Uber Eats one at least had tasty looking food, but this didn't. And so I found that to be like a weird L of it. It's not super terrible. I think I'd probably just put this as boring negative, but I don't think it stood out. Plus $50 is already, I don't trust Grubhub. They steal tip money. I don't think they're like trying to make a good deal for me. There was the Pringles ad. I'm skipping a couple of terrible ones. We'll go to the Pringles one.
I'm so tired of boys.
Pringles, Pringlalio with Sabrina Carpenter.
I'm so tired of boys. I need a man. Pringleo.
Guarda che luna, guarda che mare, da questa notte senza te guarda che mare.
Once you pop, the pop don't stop.
It's good because it's Sabrina. Well, I mean, listen, a good cast celebrity is better than a bad one if they commit to it. And I thought she did a good job in this. I thought, unlike the last ad, the Pringles look appetizing and tasty. Is this a good ad? I don't think it's great. I think it's fine. Also, it's weird to me that we're still using Leo as the ideal of like the dream man in 2026. What? Why is it Pringle Leo? That's crazy to me. The guy's old now. He's like 60. But I thought it was solid. Boring positive. Boring positive. Okay. Okay. The next two are both interesting. They're both worth talking about. The first one is for Ring, and the second one is for Budweiser. Let's watch them both. The Ring spot. Very controversial. Let's watch the Rings. 30 seconds for Ring.
This is Milo. Pets are family. But every year, 10 million go missing. And the way we look for them hasn't changed in years. Until now. One post of a dog's photo in the Ring app starts outdoor cameras looking for a match. Search Party from Ring uses AI to help families find lost dogs. Since launch, more than a dog a day has been reunited with their family. Be a hero in your neighborhood with Search Party. Available to everyone for free right now. Join the neighborhood at ring.com.
Yeah, people hated this ad. They found it very Orwellian, very dystopian. Especially, I think, this part right here. This is like the same kind of like tracking targeting system that you see from like military drone footage. It just feels very
help families
very Palantir. Yeah, very
find lost dogs.
Yeah, people at least on social media truly hated this ad. And the idea that it's just lost dogs, that's why they're doing it, wasn't sitting with people. So I don't know. I know that Ring is done rather well. I'm sure people are still buying these things for their protection, but I didn't find that this ad was
launched more than a dog.
Positively received. I think this actually caused people to like add a lot of conspiracy theories to Ring. I think Ring is going to be part of conspiracy theories going forward because of this ad, because it comes off kind of creepy. People are not going to be trusting it. So I think it was negative. I don't think it helped them. So I'm going to put it in actually bad. Point positive. This is our current. This one was boring. Negative. Now we have a 30-second ad for the millennials. Pokemon. What's your favorite? I guess everybody likes Pokemon. Everybody likes Pokemon.
My favorite?
My favorite's the one that's got jet black hair.
He's extremely fast.
Limitless. So cute. She has a 12-octave vocal range.
Can be calm. Powerful. Estilo como yo.
닮기도 한 것 같아갖고. He would improvise on the spot. Just always finds a way to make it funny.
We both have very fast
moves.
And can change the world using its mind.
Jigglypuff is my favorite. Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff.
Every single time you met a new Pokemon, it felt like you met a new part of yourself.
He likes to sleep. Just like me. 뭔가 여러 모습으로 변할 수 있는 모습도.
Sí, tiene muchas formas de superar a sus oponentes.
Como mis chillas para Dios, su love language.
Sa loyauté, sa rapidité.
She uses her voice to protect herself. There's homie, you know? Totally.
That's why I love it.
My favorite is Eevee.
Mi favorito es Arcanine.
Gengar. Jigglypuff.
So, what's your favorite?
Kind of cute. Kind of cute. I think the core idea of like, hey, you're a Pokemon nerd, but celebrities are just like you. They like it too, so it's kind of cool. It's like a good idea. Like that's a smart like I think that's actually a smart campaign. So, I don't know. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's like there's something there. There's something there. I wouldn't say it's incredible, but more positive. You think I didn't notice Charles Leclerc, as real fans call him? Yeah, I noticed him. I just think you should have picked you should have picked Zapdos. That's my favorite. And I thought you had the same favorite as me. The next one. Okay. If this was like, this ad to me reminds me of like The Boys. This ad made me laugh out loud when I watched it. This is a Budweiser ad where they truly went like all. How many are left? They're like seven or six. That wrong order. This was the Budweiser ad. Let me see where this was ranked. I think this actually did pretty well. Well, let's watch it. Okay. This is the American Icons Budweiser ad. Again, Budweiser, one of the longest running Super Bowl commercials, Super Bowl advertisers. They do it almost every year. And they always do a little bit of Americana. They have their iconic Clydesdales. And this one, they did a twist. There's not a puppy in it. There's something else.
Sun's in my eyes.
It's like cartoonishly America. Having a bald eagle on the back of a Budweiser Clydesdale while you play the Freebird chorus. You gotta, I mean, you have to respect the audaciousness. Yeah, I think they knew what they were doing. I think they knew what they were doing. Did Shane Gillis write this? No, he was in the other one. I think the Bud Light one was weak. I think the Budweiser one was a little over the top, but you gotta do that for Super Bowl. I think it's classic. And it is their big 150. So I'm gonna put that up here and put that here and put that here. And I'll put that at the bottom of Actually Good. That leaves us with only a few ads left, folks. We are in the end of the fourth quarter here. We have Comcast, Xfinity, Jurassic Park.
What'd I touch? You didn't touch anything. We're stopped.
Fences are failing all over the park. John, I can't get Jurassic Park back online without...
Whoa, this place is awesome. By the way, you should have plugged this in.
That could have been bad.
Well, this is going to be a lovely weekend. How did you do this? I'll show you.
The de-aging is so weird. Their faces look so weird.
If you like pina
Do the roar again. That is one big pile of shrimp.
Mr. Hammond.
That part did make Ari laugh. She's a big Jurassic Park fan. And him saying shrimp instead of shit did, she did laugh at it.
I've decided to happily endorse your park.
A whole new species of Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years.
Oh. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like it, but I will say that Ari liked it, and she loves Jurassic Park, so maybe she just liked to see it. I don't know. I thought it was kind of weak. It gave me the same kind of sad feeling of the Backstreet Boys one, where it's like, this is an iconic cinema. This is like an iconic film. It's one of Spielberg's classics, and now it's like a fucking garish Xfinity ad with weird de-aging. It felt like the nastiest kind of nostalgia. It made me feel bad, but maybe people liked it. So I might have to put it in what the fuck. I'm not sure. Let's see how, when in doubt, I like to check the numbers. Let's see if it had like a lot of engagement. Although, you know what? It almost doesn't fucking matter, because for something like Xfinity, why do they even advertise? People only use them because they have no other option. It's like, don't even fucking bother advertising. The only reason I had to sign up for you is because I'm stuck in a fucking area where it's only you. What a joke. I'm putting it in bad just because of that. I actually fucking hate Xfinity. They've cost me like actual real money in real life. And given me such bad service. And now they're ruining Jurassic Park. No, you're not getting away with that. Do you guys want to see a piece of classic celebrity slop? Well, I got it for you. It's called Ritz Island. Where Ritz Crackers had the idea, what if it was Ritz Crackers but 5 celebrities? Don't pretend to be a cost-conscious consumer. I'm not cost-conscious. I'm quality-conscious. Okay? That means I have been on the phone with Xfinity like a dozen times begging to pay more if I just had better internet. And they said this is the best I can get. And I get so fucking mad that I'm like yelling at someone who doesn't deserve it. But I'm like, bro, you're cutting out in the middle of my streams. That's my job. Okay. Ritz Island. Not the right time for an island, I'll say. Not the cultural moment for an island. I'll say it. I'll be the first to say it.
Another day, another Ritz party. Why didn't they invite us?
Well, we're salty. We hate parties.
Sounds like Elon. To another party.
Yapping.
They do have all the Ritz crackers, though. That salty, buttery flavor. Let's go for 5 minutes.
I'll only go if my feet don't have to touch the sand at all.
Hey, Salties, what's the holdup? It's party time.
The holdup is, wait.
Not me. Let's go, Scarlett.
Loved by everyone, even the saltiest.
Ritz party! Loud, so loud. Put it down a notch.
Ritz's Super Bowl LX at Ritz Island.
There's like an AI summary after it. There's like an AI generated photo and summary after this fucking ad. Yeah, that was terrible. That was a terrible ad. ScarJo, you can do better. Actually, John Hamm, you can do better. You were in Mad Men. Don Draper is doing Ritz Island. I'm so mad. The icon of marketing. Oh my God. Bowen Yang could do better. They all could do better. Well, Slop Creative, they don't even do anything. They just say, oh, Ritz, that looks great. No, I'm putting that in boring negative. This one I missed, but I heard bad things. We have a 1-minute ad for Amazon Alexa. This is when I was driving between to Mogul. So I didn't see this ad, but I heard bad things. I'm excited to watch it with you. Let's see what this ad, the Amazon Alexa.
I moved your meeting, and your car will be here in 5.
Perfect.
Look at this little beauty I found in the garden.
Nice snake, Chris.
Hey, whoa, what is that?
Our new Alexa Plus.
That she's not living here. That is full-on AI. One minute we're all buddies, then the next minute she's trying to kill us.
Now, Chris, how exactly would I do that?
A million different ways. Maybe I'm taking out the trash.
The door's jammed. Take a closer look while I pull up a tutorial. A little to the left.
You're a widow.
Right.
All right, what about this?
Looks like rain. Closing cover. Hold your breath, Chris. The package I sent you is here. Lowering shades. Let me light a fire.
You crazy.
Your car's here.
I gotta go. Love you.
You seem tense. Can I book you a massage? And a cinnamon scrub?
Oh, you can do that? I do love a cinnamon scrub.
That's crazy. They spent 45 seconds of a 1-minute ad talking about different ways Alexa could kill you. That's crazy. I love the irony of them killing us. I'm more anti-AI than ever. Like the pool thing can happen. I mean, I don't know if any of that's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to kill you, but yeah, I don't know. Interesting creative. You know what? I'm surprised they got that approved. I guess I can't imagine being in that pitch meeting. I worked at Amazon in marketing. The idea that you could like, hey, we're going to do a Super Bowl ad or we're going to make the product seem like it kills you for half of it. That's actually, I'm kind of impressed they got it through. I'm actually kind of impressed. I couldn't imagine pitching it. That's actually really funny to me. You got to write a fucking 6-pager on how that's. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's. I don't think that's very good, to be honest. I'll put that here. I'll put that here. I'll put that here. We got Mr. Bean himself for near the end of the game at the fourth quarter. They brought out the big guns. YouTube star Jimmy Beast for Salesforce.
I just put $1 million inside this vault. And one of you, yes, you watching, will literally win it all. You'll just have to solve a series of puzzles, some playing in front of your eyes right now. But it won't be easy. Good news, you'll have Slackbot, the powerful new AI from Salesforce to help you decipher the puzzle. Like this thing. Is it a clue? I don't know. The first one to Slack me that hidden code will become a millionaire, so enjoy the game, then go win $1 million!
Different kind of ad, very engagement focused. Very Mr. Beastie. He does get 100 million views on every video. Salesforce currently is in a bit of a rut. All of these software companies are seeing their stock cut in half recently, largely out of fear that AI will replace them, that you won't need Salesforce productivity software. That being said, I looked at the views of every one of these Super Bowl ads, and most of them on YouTube had a few 100K. The best ones had 1 million. Mr. Beast made like 10 different shorts about this, and they all broke 10 million. So at the very least, they get a lot of views about this. People are very engaged. It was one of the higher engaged ones. People did scan the QR code, and I think they tried for a few seconds to see if they could win the million, then gave up. I don't know. It's not terrible. I'll probably a boring positive. It's not terrible. By the way, Jimmy Beast looks trim. Shout out to him for his weight loss journey. He does look trim, but I gotta say, I don't think it feels like forced engagement. You know, it's like with $1 million, of course people are going to try it out, but I don't think it's pushing Slack at all. Like there's no product in it. Salesforce and Slack I guess you have to use the Slack bot. Ozempic? What if Mr. Beast's Salesforce ad is the best Ozempic ad of the Super Bowl? It's like, oh, he's looking pretty trim. That's interesting. Mr. Beast to Mr. Beanstalk. I'll put in boring positive. It's maybe boring negative top of that. All right, last four. Last four. Cadillac F1. The mission begins. A 30-second ad for Formula One.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. That challenge is one that we're willing to accept and one we intend to win. 4, 3, 2, 1. All engines running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. The mission begins.
Follow America's new team. I guess F1 fans fuck with this. Seems a little boring to me, but maybe F1 fans are ramping up. I will say, I've always wondered, maybe somebody has the answer to this. This iconic JFK quote.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing.
What was the other thing? We choose to go to the moon and do the other thing. What was the other thing? It always ruins the quote for me. What was the other thing? It was probably bang Marilyn Monroe. I've heard that quote a bunch of times and it always fucking stands out to me. It's like, he's a great speaker, but it feels like tossed off. And we do the other thing. Get sniped? I don't think that was his goal. I'll put boring positive for the F1 fans, but it seemed a little too boring. Maybe it's gangster for F1 fans. Wegovy. Another GLP-1 ad.
News, America. Wegovy now comes in a pill.
So adults with obesity can lose weight and keep it off along with diet and exercise.
Yes, thank you, DJ Khaled. Be honest. If there was a pill that made other helpful things possible, you'd take it.
If there was a pill that could help me parallel park, I'd take it.
If there was a pill to make me a pro wrestler, I'd take it. Say Uncle Khaled.
Uncle Khaled.
If there was a pill that helped me rescue more kittens, I'd take it.
Gracias, long-arm lady.
If there was a pill that made people stop being so judgy about how to lose weight.
Maybe we don't need a pill for everything, but for managing weight, there's Wegovy, the first and only GLP-1 pill for weight loss.
Don't take if you or your family had MTC, MEN2, or if allergic to it.
Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are breastfeeding, pregnant, or plan to be. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions. Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation and gallbladder or severe stomach problems. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines for it. Call your prescriber if you experience vision changes or heart racing at rest. Side effects of nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea can lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
That's not your car, is it?
They paid an extra $8 million for the fucking disclaimer.
Ask your prescriber about once daily Wegovy pill.
They have to. They don't get me wrong. They have to do it. To be honest, I don't think it has to do with the creative of the ad. I just think GLP-1 in pill form is such a slam dunk moneymaker. This is one of the highest engaged ads, as in people saw it and then they Googled it. So I got to be honest with you. It's going to sell. It's going to do well. I don't think the ad's particularly creative or good. As an ad, I don't think it's that good. But I will say, you know, people thinking like it didn't turn anyone away. It kind of worked in that they described the basic idea. Hey, it's a pill. It's GLP-1. And that sells itself. They could have just shown the beginning and saved some time. I think, yeah, I'll probably put boring positive, but it did work. It was one of the highest engaged ads by EDO's metrics. All right, we are now in the last three. They are AI.com, hymns, and the special ending, which I'll save. AI.com, quite a story. This one's very funny. So this ad right here. Okay, I'm just going to pause. I'm going to talk about this ad while we're doing it. The first 21 seconds of this ad is like, I get like a movie theater intro boring slop. It turns out that this is one of the most engaging lines ever. I saw this happen in real time, and that by the numbers here was number one engaged on EDO. People are very, very, very interested. I saw it literally happen live. I saw Aiden say, I want Falco to try and get it from Nick. But I saw people taking their phone. I saw Shake Drizzling their phone out. FOMO is a big deal. This was powerful. And they kind of made fun of, they made it seem like they were, almost feels like false advertising because they used the names of people they thought were involved. People thought Elon was involved with this, but they just used their names. So here's what I'll say. The ad, hacked together in a quick second. I would say the one takeaway for your marketer is like, this is important if you want to use it in something in the future. It was a big deal. The commercial cost $8 million for the slot, but the owner paid $70 million for the domain AI.com. And then, because the actual product is a thin wrapper of the new Claude bot, not confused with Anthropic Claude, and they just used Cloudflare hosting without even this dynamic scaling version, it crashed instantly. So the example I have, both times this showed up, here's Shake Drizzle trying desperately to get his fucking... It crashed. So they spent $78 million on the setup for the ad and nothing on the hosting. They used default Cloudflare hosting and it crashed instantly, which is fucking crazy. So they got gateway timeout. It was all, my understanding, the entire website was vibe coded. And the product itself is this Claudebot wrapper. Claudebot is like an open source AI agent that can ingest your Discord messages and your whatever and do things. But the problem is it's completely bad security. Like right now, the Moltbot, Claudbot thing is dealing with tons of security issues because it's like a hack together thing. And so people signing up for this, the first thing it does is ask for your credit card information. It says it's not going to charge you. This is like, if you sign up for this, it's a bad idea. This was completely hacked together on like a whim. It was not a real fully fledged product with a real security. So giving it your name, your credit card, your information is a bad idea. It was a hacker's dream. But they did get to people with their handle. I mean, I'd say it was shockingly successful off that one tagline, but very poorly executed outside of the Super Bowl. Who the fuck is this type of money? I'm so glad you asked. Who do you think has the type of money to drop $78 million on this stupid hack together idea? It turns out the same guy that made this ad. Not Elon. No. Elon would be funnier. The same guy that made this ad. It's the Crypto.com CEO. This guy, the CEO of Crypto.com, is now, like most crypto people, pivoting to AI. Even though he spent like $300 million for the Crypto.com naming rights at the Lakers Stadium, he's now pivoting to AI, and he just like last minute chucked $78 million into this dumb hack together idea. That is the guy. His whole strategy is like, hey, I can't make a top tier crypto site or a top tier AI site, but I can buy the best domain name. He's just the god of domain name camping. Wow, someone said, oh my God, it's White Squeaks. Oh, that's good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give that ad. I don't know, it's tough to say. I mean, I don't think it was a good ad, but it was successful. It might even be actually good if you're going just off the ad. But since you have to count everything around it, which is like the website actually working, I'm going to have to give it what the fuck. I'm going to have to give it what the fuck. Because I think everything was executed so poorly that there's no way for him to win. But the ad did work. I mean, it literally just worked. So I'm putting out what the fuck. That leaves us with one more ad. And I think it's an ad that really sums up how we're feeling at the end of all of this. No, I'm sorry, there's two more. First is Hymns. Hymns, this ad had like the worst title of an ad. This ad is called Rich People Live Longer. Rich people live longer.
Rich people live longer. All that money doesn't just buy more stuff. It buys more time. The wealth gap is a health gap. The rich have health care that comes to them. Custom formulated peptides, specialists on call, and preventative care before they need it. They get the best of everything. So why don't you? Now you can through Hims and Hers. Diagnostic testing for a complete snapshot of your health. Weight loss treatments that can be microdosed to fit your goals. Menopause and testosterone hormones to keep you feeling great. And early cancer detection through a simple blood test. The same science, the same access, no connections required. Now that's rich. Get started today with Hims and Hers.
I really don't like this ad. I'm going to be honest with you. And I think there's like a subtle undercurrent of it that any thinking person knows, which is like, I'm not getting the same care as a rich person. You know what I'm saying? It's like you open with the first 30 seconds talking about how the rich people have like direct, awesome care and they spend a lot of money on it. And then you're like, you can get the same thing. But it feels like the Temu version, right? It feels like the And then it's also, realistically, the blood test and everything, it's actually kind of expensive. I got a blood test this year, and this is one of the options I looked at, and it's kind of expensive. It's not like, so I don't know. I didn't like this ad, but I could be convinced if someone else was convinced to try it out. I'm not going to say I have a deep read on it. But I think if I was on the Hims and Herms team, I think this opener, the health is wealth, and then showing a bunch of rich people.
Custom formula.
Again, I think that's just a bad look. I think it sets the stage wrong for your product. Like this type of look, I don't know. I think it's not how I would go about it, but I could see maybe it working. I mean, I think there is some part of people are interested in like stuff the wealthy have, and they're obviously not going to have it. So you could check it out. I'm interested. I'd love to know how this is 19 out of 90 on engagement. That's not bad. Not bad. It's preying on lower trust in healthcare. People do have low trust in healthcare. Do I have a high trust in Hims and Hers? I don't know. Maybe. This is the Peloton of supplements, I think. Interesting. I could see that. In that, like, it's kind of off-putting and you could make fun of it, but the user walks away thinking, like, rich people use this. I guess the problem is, to me, is it feels like it feels like a knockoff. Like, I'm not thinking I'm getting rich people quality. I think I'm getting shit quality. That's why I don't like it. It's not that I think like, oh, it's too elitist. I think it's like too casual. That's the problem I have with it. Is that it feels kind of like, yeah, I don't know. Since it's my reviews, I'll give it a boring negative. I don't think it was that good, but I could be convinced the other way because it was at least interesting. Which leaves us with one more ad. One more ad. Well, you guys said ramp. Did I miss one? What's ramp? Oh, no, I skipped ramp. It was just so boring. You guys all remember ramp? This ad? Ramp was goated? What are you talking about? This ad?
Finance meeting in 5
minutes? Ramp? I got it. Allow me. Hi, handsome. We're saving so much time and money. Policy violation coming through. Travel, meals, hotels. How's this? Beautiful. Everybody's in. Nailed it. Multiply what's possible at ramp.com. Careful. Got it. Careful.
Holy, it's the guy from The Office. And you just say that 40 times. That's a 10 out of 10. They have the chili from The Office. It's a reference. Dude, it's so funny. Everyone spamming cinema is someone that when it was like an 80s, early 90s reference, is like, that is fucking millennial cringe. What is this Friends slot? And then it's The Office, and it's like, holy, whoa, this is so good. No, dude, this is not good. You don't even know what ramp does, bro. No, this is that was one of the most forgettable ads. That's why I skipped it. Oh, we should also do we gotta do the controversial. Where was it? Where's the Stop Jewish Hate? Where is it? Oh, Blue Square Alliance. Blue Square Alliance has got to be in here, dude. Is it going to play? Blue Square Alliance Super Bowl commercial. This is This is from
More than 100.
where the fuck is the fucking camera? There it is. Okay. It's called Sticky Note. Jewish guy here. I give everyone permission to mock this ad.
Bro, look at. Did you see that?
Okay, there's a couple things about this ad going in. Obviously, you know, anti-Semitism is real and it should not be condoned. However, two things I don't like about this ad is number one, it comes from Robert Kraft, a guy who is like horrible. You know, has been arrested for prostitution a bunch of times. Okay. Secondly, is that it depicts bullying, I think, completely incorrectly from how it would actually take place.
Should we tell him? So bad. Oh my gosh. That's not funny. Stop.
Do not listen to that.
It's like
Thank
a
you,
Disney bully. Yeah, it's like how boomers think bullying works.
I know how it feels.
Which makes it seem kind of like cartoonish. And then the idea that you're going to stop bullies by wearing a blue sticky note on your chest is also... And also the idea that he leaves the sticker that says Dirty Jew on his backpack, which just covers it up with a blue... It's insane. Like, it's like a Darman... Yeah, it's like Darman, dude. It's like a Darman script. It like trivializes and makes it cartoonish. I think it's a really bad ad, bro. I think it like would lead to more bullying. Also, like the idea that the Jewish students have to wear a marker, like they're all wearing a blue sticky note, is like that's actually horribly anti-Semitic. That's I think it's a terrible ad, bro. I think it's a really terrible ad, and I think Robert Kraft missed the mark. Unlike his attempts to find a hand job in Miami, he missed the mark on this one, okay? But we have one more ad. We have one more ad, and it's also religious, okay? To end our Super Bowl 2026 ad review, Super Bowl 60. There is one more ad. And I present to you now the final ad that aired during Super Bowl 60. Wait, did I cook it? Bro, you're not telling me. We're gonna have to watch the blue square one again. We're gonna have to watch the blue. Oh, there it is. Okay. I found it. Oh my God. Just give me the fucking ad. Dude, I got it. Is there more to life than more? A $16 million. No, it's not loading. There, I finally got it. Finally, thank God. Okay. Pro Streamer closes out with our final ad of 2026. Is there more to life than more? $16 million for this 1 minute slot.
The one who dies with the most toys wins.
50 million Americans can't be wrong because winning is more fun.
Your smile is brighter than snow.
Look at this amazing demonstration.
I want to feel more beautiful.
In a search that has continued for centuries and its promise of more and more.
I'll be the talk of the town.
You've got to learn to get more pleasure out of this. Get more pleasure out of this. Here come more daredevil drivers full of fantastic tricks.
This just in. You don't want to be less. A series on the changing American market. Come consumer.
You've got to learn to get more pleasure out of this. Get more pleasure out of this.
Bro. Okay, so maybe controversial. High key a good ad. It's an ad for Christ, so I'm not. But you got to consider the timing. This aired at the end of a Super Bowl that was packed wall to wall with ads talking about sports gambling. You should be thinner with GLP-1s, celebrities. You know what I'm saying? It capped AI. It capped off all that by kind of mocking it all and then saying, relax, go to Jesus. And I thought, if I was on that marketing team for Christ, I think this is a pretty smart ad. I'd say it's pretty clever. Now, I'm not going to say that Jesus Christ is going to solve your problems if you're feeling like I don't personally believe myself, but as a marketer, I do believe in a good creative, and I think this is a pretty good creative. And definitely, I think it read the moment of what was honestly like an overall pretty horrible crop of ads advertising stuff that's generally bad for you or like bad for society. They kind of ended it with a takedown of that, and I thought that was pretty solid. So let me know what you think in the comments below, because that was our Super Bowl 2026 ad review. We're back, baby. We're back. Here's our final list. I'll put Christ up there. Here's our final list. Hope you enjoyed this week's Marketing Monday, and check out failedcodes.co for the market cap if you want to watch it at home. Thanks, guys, for watching. The definitive list from God. All right, why is everyone saying glide step? Now it's just us, chat. That must have been an ad from outside of the Super Bowl. Like it must have been a pre-game or something. Or it's Ludwig says these plump nuts. What are you saying this? Ludwig, I don't know if you caught the beginning. What was going through your mind during this scene when the camera caught you watching Kid Rock on your phone during Bad Bunny's performance? And then you tried to cover by tweeting how much you loved Bad Bunny, which felt very inauthentic. What was that about? It seemed very performative and fake that you watched Kid Rock on your phone the entire time and then pretended like, I wanted to know what. Also, I remember you saying you were going to run the 5K in Santa Clara for the Super Bowl and then you didn't do it. I was in the TP USA chat saying how bad Bad Bunny was live. Yeah, figures. That tracks. That tracks. That tracks the Ludwig I know. Oh, how lit Bad Bunny was. Hey, Troy, I know this is not relevant to ads, but I remember you mentioning a book that indicated government-run grocery stores network. Do you remember? No, I talked about price controls, not government-run grocery stores. I think those are fine. Classic LS misquote. Dude, I'm going to tell, we got a big guest tomorrow. I'm going to misquote you a lot to this guest. A lot of misquotes. Well, when Obama is on the show, we have a lot to say. It's Otani. Yeah, Otani's coming on. Barack Hussein Obama is coming on the show, and we're going to tell him all about how Ludwig voted for McCain at 6 years old. Thank you for the 6 months, Ozymandias. Anyway, that was a good ad review. Overall, pretty weak year, though, I gotta say. Even though I do, upon review, more of them were actually good than I thought. Overall, I think when I was watching it, it felt sloppier. I think none of them stood out from the. I also skipped some of the more absolutely boring ones. I skipped ones that were just repurposed regular season NFL ads. They just paid for primetime slot. Say what you will about Obama, and I will, but he ain't in the Epstein files. That's our bar in America. That's our bar, bro. As long as you're not a almost confirmed pedophile, you're basically well, that means you can lead our country. The bar is in hell, bro. You're a hero. You're a patriot. You're not a pedophile, and you're leading. You're a business or political leader, and you don't have sex with children? Holy. What a hero. Did you do the Poppy ad? I think I skipped the Poppy ad, but it was kind of boring. Listen, there's like 80 total ads if you include all the 15-second ones. I cut it down to the ones that were interesting to talk about. I think those were good. I guess I shouldn't have cut Ramp, but that was the only one that I... Oh, I will say, there was one ad that didn't run during the Super Bowl that I did like, and it was this one. We could do a little bonus. I did like this ad because mostly I'm a big fan of 50 Cent. No, this is not even the ad. What is this one?
Hey, sorry, New England. I know it's tough to lose. Well, actually, I don't. But just because you lost the game doesn't mean you have to lose the beef. Because DoorDash is giving your city, only your city, 50% off. Seriously. Enjoy.
Not this one, though. The one where he does he makes fun of everyone he ever beefed with. 50 Cent Super Bowl ad. Well, they didn't air this in the Super Bowl.
It's come to my attention that
this one.
It's come to my attention that everyone's calling me a troll. Some said even king of trolls. First of all, I'm flattered. But I'm done with all that. I would never do a deal with DoorDash and quite literally deliver beef when millions of people are watching. I mean, who would do something like that? Delivering quality beef, it's more of an art than science.
The Floyd beef.
Don't want to be too obvious. It's all about timing. And I'm always on time.
A Ja Rule song.
They sell Combs. What a coincidence. No matter what kind of beef you have going on this weekend, remember DoorDash delivers. And you know what goes great with beef? A bottle of this beautiful Branson cognac. Aged 4.
And then he features his own cognac. 50 Cent always hustling, bro. He's taking money from DoorDash and still puts his own cognac in, and it's all about his.
4 years or 50 months. Who's keeping count?
I mean, that was like a one take, and he got paid through the nose. You got to respect it. The Glide Step ad? I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see a Glide Step ad live. Is this from something else?
I absolutely love my...
This is from last year. This is the Glide Step ad from...
My Glide Step Skechers slip-ins. I just step in and they're on with no bending down or touching. And because they're Glide Step, it almost feels like I'm gliding on air when I walk. Let me demonstrate. Drop a beat. Glide Step, Glide Step, Glide Step, Skechers slip-ins, Glide Step. And that's how you glide. Go hands-free with Glide Step, Skechers.
You guys are fucking on TikTok too much, bro. That's you guys' brain is mush. Mush. Did you see the RDC West J. Cole skit? No, I was gonna watch it with you guys. Let's do it right now. I will say, okay, wait, J. Cole album review. I fuck with this album so hard, bro. And I know that I'm the classic white millennial J. Cole fan. But I fuck with this album. I really like it. And let me, I just want to talk through a couple of songs here. I think all of disc 1 I totally fuck with. Near the end here, some I don't like. I will say the song I like the least is it's Quick Stop. Is Quick Stop the one that's all about Biggie and Pac from their POV? I thought that song was so corny. I actually hated it. I thought the Biggie and that was What If. I'm sorry, that was What If. I thought What If was bad. Like genuinely, especially knowing Cole was a kid. Like he wasn't even aware of that. He's way too it's 2026. It is too far. And then J. Cole, like not knowing them at all, like he has no connection to Biggie or Pac. Decades later, singing how to stop the beef from their POV and being like, rapping as Biggie, being like, yo, Pac, we should just be friends. This is my least favorite song. I love the album. I thought this one was so bad. I really didn't like it. I'll just dead honest with you. I didn't like it. I felt very tone deaf. It felt very like, I don't know, like forcing yourself into something you had nothing to do with. I thought, ironically, this song is maybe the best song of the album and one of his best songs ever. I Love Her Again is a 3-verse epic track, 5 minutes long, where he personifies the rap game as a woman in reference to Common's I Used to Love Her with Common on it. And he does an incredible job of talking about how like his evolution from loving rap so much, being so hungry for success, climbing up, seeing rap start to change and get more Gen Z and get newer artists from different regions and not be about the same things he used to love. And then being angry about that and then ending up to being like, you know what, things just have to change. Like you have to understand that. You can't hold on to one thing. And also as I'm a grown adult man, I'm not listening to as much hip hop as I used to listen to. And it can't be the same thing for me as all the time. I thought that was like awesome. I thought it was a really cool, well done song. And it stuck with me. I thought it was really good. So it's weird that it's back to back because my favorite and my least favorite right there. I like this intro a lot. It's got some of the hardest bars on the whole album. I thought Who the Fuck Is You is one of my favorite songs just to listen to, like when I'm working out in the gym. And then intro, 2-6 and Safety are all bangers. I don't know. I think it's great. I think it's got, the only thing is the production's a little samey. So the songs kind of blend together, which is probably why a fan who like is not a big J. Cole fan would like not fuck with it on first listen. But I think it's really good, man. I think it's like top 2 or 3 J. Cole albums for me. So I think it's better than Off Season. I think it's better than KOD. Yeah, I thought that was great. Anyway, obviously it's not as good as Grippy, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? We're not watching the Ramp ad again. We already watched it. All right, chat. I think that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. I have a presentation to do tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I have to do back-to-back lemonade stands. So I'm probably we can watch the RDC skit. Actually, let me do that real quick. RDC J. Cole. Watch that.
What you think?
Bro, can you back up, bro?
Yeah, my fault. What you?
No.
Man, you not even crying, bitch. You didn't even listen to the album, bro.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't, because I was over there talking that shit. It's only been an hour, bro. What'd you skip?
I didn't skip anything, bro.
Man, yes, you did, bro. If you're not crying at this album, I promise, bro, you skipped some shit, bro.
I don't have to cry to like an album, bro. What are you talking about?
All right, tell me what you think about the album, then. Go. I'm not even going to cut you off.
Okay.
Punk bitch.
What? Okay, I thought it was all right. I thought it was,
I don't care what you think, punk bitch. You don't know
Why
what
are you saying that to me?
This nigga did I know you didn't listen to the fucking album. That's a fourth song. Yo, bro, you skipping all the songs. You skipping all the songs. Right, you skipping them, ain't you?
No, I'm not. I thought we was having a conversation.
Them bitches 4-5 minutes. You ain't never heard no song in 4-5 minutes, right? The TikTok got your ass, nigga. Start wrestling with your ass. I knew it, bro. Grapple your motherfucking ass.
Who the fuck is you?
Bro, it's banging.
Bro, I don't have to bob my head to listen to the song.
What is passing the Cortez though? You say if it passed the Cortez, that should have hit.
Dude, they should give RDC a Super Bowl commercial. They should give them creative control and give them like 60 seconds to make something funny. I think it'd be better than fucking 99% of what we just watched.
Oh my, listen, sonically, I just don't like the way it sounds, bro.
Sonically?
Yeah.
What sonically mean?
Listen, I'm not gonna explain.
Niggas stay making up new words to hate on somebody, bro. Sonically, nigga? You ain't never used sonically a day in your fucking life. Man, I see you how this nigga dropped the fall off. I wouldn't want to be on with you niggas either, bro.
Stop acting like I hate J. Cole when I went and got you from Germany. Oh, what the? Hey, bro. Hey, what's up?
Guten Tag.
Man, stop playing. I know that's you, bro. Hey, J. Cole just dropped.
The Berlin. Alright, nigga, damn, you caught me, nigga. I'm at the damn Berlin Wall. History lesson. This is not America. This is Germany, nigga. What are you doing here?
Well, J. Cole just dropped.
I don't listen to rap no more, bro. I don't do that. That shit dead, bro. Nobody listen to that shit no more.
Why?
Cause every time you try to talk to somebody about rap, they talking about Kendrick or Drake. Choose a side. And then I'll be like, there's a lot of rappers in it. Oh, you chose Kendrick, bitch. Stand on it. I didn't even say nothing yet. And then they talking about Drake, Michael Jackson, Kendrick, Prince, Kendrick, Michael Jackson, Drake, Prince. So I said, who's Cole then? A nigga gonna tell me Ruben stuttered, cause he be apologizing and shit. You know, I'm sorry, 2004. I ain't even laugh, bro. I just grabbed my passport. I got up out of there, bro. Man, I should have stayed, bro. Came back to America. Y'all niggas still in the same shit. Go ahead and put on the album that we can go to the gas station and the album be finished before we get there. I know you niggas love 10-minute albums.
All right, bro. I'm gonna go inside.
39 intro. Poor thing. Safety.
Bro, what are you saying?
Run the train. Hits. Nigga, on the album, I'm saying hits.
Bro, maybe I should just listen to the album again or something. Bro.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. What color you want? Pink or blue? What? I'll take blue. Here, you get pink. You want to press share audio?
No, bro, not right now. Not right now.
What? Oh, I'm done trying to convince you, bro. If you don't want to listen to a nigga's magnum opus, nigga, then I ain't gonna force you no more. It's over, dog. I'm done. Look, I can tell, but your dumb ass look, you don't know what a magnum opus is, and you would have if you listened. Nah, it's over. It's up. You stupid for life. Hey, you can go, nigga, because, hold on. What if the bullshit never smart, nigga? Man, he got one info on, man. You a real one, but you always been one too, man. Hey, one last, man. Jermaine. Cole. Thank you, bro, for being here, bro. Yeah. The real is back, the bill is back. Flo Bananas here. Shut your stupid ass up. I'm dead ass. Don't say that shit again, bro. I'm dead ass. Don't say that. Nah, no, you're not. No, you're not. All right. Don't say you Cole fan, fake ass Cole fan, nigga. All right, bro. And they ask, and I tell them, thank you, Cole, for everything, man. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing.
I think they legitimately created like 1 million new Cole fans from his skits. No cap. Guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go watch Lakers highlights. Hope they didn't lose. Goodbye, good night, thanks for watching. I don't know that I'll be live tomorrow because of LS, but we are recording early, so maybe I'll have a little bit. We'll see. If not, I'll see you on Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.